I can't believe I made it all the way out to Bucket.
I can't believe you came to Bucket.
It's for you, though. You need to come back.
How can I come back? Nefertiti, how can I come back when... I don't know, everything just went so wrong.
I know it's been hard on everybody since Christopher left us.
How's Richie?
Not good. Not good at all. I think he's dealing with some stuff with his mother still, and it's really, really hard. But I think if you were there, us together, I think we could get through this. I really do. You seem so far away.
I am. I felt like I was doing so well, learning so much, and am I a boon to the team, or am I just another liability? I don't want to get you
Shut
or
up.
Richie killed.
Are you kidding me? See how much you grew so much in the short time that we had together. You're a different person now. You're a woman now. Stepping into your own, getting out there. You've been such an asset to our team. Who else? I can't be inconspicuous to save my life.
Yeah, that's...
Who else?
You do stand out in the crowd.
It's difficult, but who else can get us into those tough places?
Yeah?
Yeah? Richie can't do that?
No, he really can't.
He's pretty obvious, too. Goodness.
Yeah.
Now, he's got the wiles and he's got the experience. But you have the heart, you have the passion, and you also have the invisibility.
Yeah, that's true. I do have that. I think you're right. You're right. I can't just spit in the face of Christopher by not finding out what happened.
We need to honor him and his legacy. We need to find out what the heck was going on.
I've got questions.
I've got lots of questions. Like, did you see his brother there?
Why didn't he do anything? And where was our backup?
I don't know. I thought we were going to be backed up, too.
That whole thing smelled.
All of it real fishy.
And I'm not just talking about because we were at the pier.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. No, like real fishy.
Yeah.
So I think we got some things we got to handle, and I don't think we can do it without you. You book smart, too, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah? We're going to need it.
I'll read up.
Read up.
I'll start doing some research, and I'm going to start working on my shooting, too.
Been practicing?
Yeah.
All right.
I set myself up a little firing range down by the barn, and...
Your dad helped set it up for you?
Yeah.
You got him off the chair?
He did, yeah.
Wow.
He's not on the recliner as often now.
So you do make a difference.
Yeah,
Look
we
at you.
Go shoot, and then Mom bakes cookies.
No more cupcakes?
No more cupcakes.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, I'm a little sick of cupcakes, to be honest. So.
Well, then you should come on back. We'll get you some good pizza.
Okay.
I bet there's nothing out here in Bucket.
There's not. Bucket doesn't have really any kind of restaurant that you can go to.
Okay, so we're eating here is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can head back?
Mom will cook.
Okay.
And then let's go get Richie.
All right, let's do it. Oh.
Hello! Hi. So I hope you all enjoyed the intro of me plodding across the screen. You know, it fits.
We're all very good runners.
Yeah.
There's a reason I wasn't in that scene.
Yeah. And my wife saw, like, you kind of look like the Hamburglar. I'm like, thanks, honey.
Hobble, hobble.
Yeah, hobble, hobble, exactly. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. This is Black Bag Detectives. We are picking up the second half of our season. And as you all know, at the end of the last game, we lost Christopher. It was a very traumatic game. It really it was a lot of fun, but it was also it was pretty big moment.
A little emotional.
A little emotional.
I was
A
okay
little
with it.
emotional.
You were okay with it. So I'd like to. Thank you, BSB Care, for the tip. Which, since you were so nice to tip, let me talk about tips real quick, and then we'll move on quickly. There are tiers that you can donate towards. A lot of them help out the players. They do things like give us extra fate points, which we can use to invoke aspects and different cool things, or compel aspects, all depending on what the situation is. Also, you can subscribe, which is great, because if you subscribe, you can give people rerolls. So those all help. Everything's very helpful, especially in a horror game. Real quick, I just want to introduce Morgan, who is joining us for the first time. I've known Morgan for years and years.
Yeah.
And if you just want to, real quick, I know game design, everything else.
Yep, that's mainly what I'm doing now. I work for Evil Hat, or have in the past, and a few other game companies, and Fate's my game, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what you're going to
Fate
do is help
consultant
us.
to the stars, as it were.
You're going to help us win against Wes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna bring my Fate knowledge against.
And
Wes.
just crush me. Just like Wes, you never read shit, did you? You sit at home, eat cookies, and cry. I know it. That's what
That's
you
what
do.
we all
And
do on a
you never
Saturday
study.
night.
You never study.
That's not what everybody does.
Yeah, I think so. It is
I
funny.
just do it while I read Fate. So.
Yeah. Where are my cookies?
Shauna's mom can bake you some
Yeah, exactly.
if you need that.
There we go.
Shauna's mom is the gateway drug to diabetes.
Yeah.
She's right there. One thing that you helped do some writing on was, and I'm a big fan of, and I don't know if DJ Regular is in chat, but you worked on Feng Shui, the second Feng Shui.
Yeah, I did. I did a bunch of locations for Feng Shui. I foolishly did way more locations than I should have, but it was,
You got excited and did.
Yeah, I got excited and said, I can come up with locations for Bamboo Forest. Here's a bunch of stuff for a Bamboo Forest.
Right.
Imagine this is a role-playing game where you arrange furniture.
No, yes, absolutely.
That's it. Well, you are using two guns in the air to, do your business. It's a Hong Kong action movie role-playing game.
Oh, it's a John Woo?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Nice.
It's John Woo and several other Hong Kong action genres that all get mashed into one big game, and they put out a second edition of it, kickstarted it, and was very successful, and I got to write some of that.
Nice.
Can you role-play as a bird?
You can role-play as a bird, yeah. Actually, a transformed animal is a big part of that game.
I was just the slow motion.
It's really cool. It's DJ Regular and I have talked about it several times about it'd be really cool to at least do a one shot of that. Mm-hmm. It's a really cool kind of system.
Well, I'm sure there's an extra life marathon coming up sometime.
At some point.
Actually, funnily enough, I did the 1970s New York setting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for Feng
Oh,
Shui.
very cool.
The Juncture.
So, as I blank, my brain just shuts off. See, now we have the new table, which I know every single GM has said for the last 3 games. Hey guys, we're at a new table.
What?
But I'm going to continue. Yeah, what? You don't know where you are right now, do you?
You just think that your reality is slightly warped.
But now I've got the
things were
camera
just
straight on me. I mean, it always was, but now it's literally staring at me like
it always should
2001.
have.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do that, Wes? I wouldn't do that. It's got the red light and everything in that fucking lens. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's jump into it. It has been a few weeks, about 3 or 4 weeks since we lost Christopher. And we're going to pick up with each of the players, kind of, go through a scene that catches you guys up on what's going on with them. So I'm going to start with Morgan.
Okay.
You are, let me see 1 second. You are in the precinct, and I have I'm going to let you look at this, but I don't know if you've looked at this or not. But you guys basically cover Hell's Kitchen in the Times Square area.
Okay.
This area right here.
A wholesome family place for the
Yeah.
1977.
Yeah, 1977. Yeah, not the greatest area. And so you're in the precinct, and you're waiting to talk to Joe Merck. Joe Merck is the basically the director of our little band of detectives that deals with supernatural cases. So you're sitting in the office, and the door is cracked open a little bit, and you see on the other side of the office, the captain. Thank you, Jimothyst, for the resub.
Thanks.
You see the captain, and oh, you know what? I just realized, Dom, can you here? This I need this.
Oh, you need.
This was clipped over here.
Oh, yeah.
Dope.
You don't need that though.
I don't need that. It's cool.
Should we? Where does it?
It's funny because last night when Steve was running Uncanny Valley, he's like, I can't get this to work. And Dom comes over and turns it on and goes, there, you have to turn it on, which is something I would do. I'm not sliding Stephen Pope at all, trust me. I would be right there with him. So you see the captain, and you know that he's, okay, cool. Jay Matthews, 85, sends a resub for the resub and gives you a reroll.
Nice.
Sweet.
So, thank you very much.
Off to a smashing start.
Smashing.
I'm ready to re-roll.
I'm ready to reroll. Anyway, he's the one that gave you probably the most hard time recently.
Okay.
He's the one that's caused you the most grief. You know he's crooked, and he's kind of your career was going on a good bent, and you kind of just see him walking around with this arrogant, smug look on his face. And Joe Merck walks in and shuts the door a little bit and goes, Mike Lynch.
Captain.
Good to meet you. Now, just so you know, Joe Merck's not the captain. He's actually up the chain a little bit farther.
Okay.
He just uses this as his office.
All right.
The captain is just of this precinct, and these two have dealt with him a lot.
Okay.
But Joe Merck
By no
actually
fault of our
hires,
own.
by no fault of your own.
No.
Joe Merck actually hires all the people on for whatever. So you would say commander to him.
Commander. All right.
So,
Commandant.
why is the hero cop in my office today? And he sits down and lights a cigarette, which I luckily have a fake one here for.
Well, it's where I've been assigned for right now.
No mention of the reason that you're here? Really, I want to know, because I've read all about you. How can you not, with all the press that you've been getting recently? Why exactly are you here? I want to hear it so we know where each of us stand.
Well, Commander, if you already have read all the files, you know why I'm here.
Thank you, DJ Regular. Here we go.
Somebody's put me under
Fiber.
investigation. They think I did something wrong.
They think you took a large bag of money,
Yeah, that would be the thing.
and you didn't.
Of course I didn't.
You did you say?
I said I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
I did not.
All right, well, I was reading over your file, and it have you ever had experience with any supernatural cases at all?
No. I've mostly dealt with real crime.
I see. Jimothyst gives you a reroll.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you. Real crime. Okay.
Yeah, bad guys, not things that go bump in the night.
Well, unfortunately, as you know, there's a shortage. There's not a lot of cops right now, and we have to take what we can get. And because of your recent actions, because of your hero status, you weren't just fired or put at a desk or whatever. So now I have to deal with you not knowing if you... I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because I know the people who sent all the information to Internal Affairs. A few of them are probably 20 feet from here, as you know.
Yeah.
And I know that they're not the best cops.
Well, they're very good cops.
Well,
Doesn't mean they're not dirty.
true. But I've got a crew of people that just lost a partner that I'm going to put you on.
Okay.
And, you know, you will probably chase a few bad guys, but you're also going to learn that shadows are way more dangerous than you think. And no glory hound shit. We can't have... What we do is best left out of the light of the media. Trust me, we've had to deal with the media, and it's not where we need to be.
All right, Commander.
So keep the ego in check, and try not to steal any money while you're out there, okay?
I'll try to do both.
Excellent. Dismissed. All right.
Kind of get up and kind of half salute and just kind of look for my desk.
Okay. All right. Richie, you're in the warehouse, and everything's going just insane. The whole building shaking. The back half of the house, of the building, is about to slide into the water. Mm-hmm. The piers are just moving violently as the whole thing starts going down. And you push Anthony Pravati as hard as you can, and you see him tumble and hit Christopher as the whole building falls into the water, and everything crashes and he disappears, and you wake up in a cold sweat. It's the same dream every night for you. And you smell...
Terrible.
I mean, they smell bad. Can we get another table? You smell like breakfast being made, and your mom talking to somebody. It's a male voice.
A male voice?
Yeah.
Have I heard this male voice before?
Nope.
All right. Well, I get up. I strap on my gun.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm in some kind of semi-presentable.
Are you, or are you just in like
My
tidy
underwear.
whities and a wife beater with
Yeah.
a gun around your?
That.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a shoulder holster.
It's a whole
Yeah.
shoulder holster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom,
Yeah, dear.
you okay?
Oh, I'm wonderful, honey. Do you want to have breakfast with us? I want you to meet someone.
Who's us? And then I go downstairs.
Okay. You walk in, and your mom's in a silk robe, and she's, sitting at the table, and there's a man probably in his mid-70s, balding, making this spread of breakfast. And he looks at you, he goes, I hope you're not kosher, because we're going to have bacon this morning. And he goes back and he starts doing his thing.
Who is this guy?
Oh, this is Herbert.
Herbert?
Yeah,
Herbert?
Herbert.
Who's Herbert?
That's Herbert.
You're being obtuse.
Well, I met Herbert at bingo. His wife passed away a few years ago. We started talking, and one thing led to another. And he goes, your mom's great. She's a wonderful person.
Listen, Herbert. You don't need to preach to the choir, okay? I know my ma.
Okay.
Why did you...
What?
Did he
what?
Did he sleep over?
I'm a grown woman. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm your mother.
I'm going back to bed.
Are you sure? I've got bacon.
I don't need your bacon, Herbert.
Under his breath, you hear him, well, your mother did. As he keeps cooking as you're walking out the door.
You go dry heave in your room.
I just go and slam my door.
Okay.
Very mature Richie storms out of the kitchen,
My
slams
mom,
his bedroom
who's in her
door.
70s, can't have a boyfriend.
You're not my
Slam.
dad.
You're not my dad.
Named Herbert.
Name Herbert.
Ugh.
Oh, I love it.
At least he didn't ask you to call him her. You know.
Yeah, or dad.
Call me Dad.
Call me dad. Okay. So you were in Bucket, and Nefertiti
Went home with my parents.
Right. Nefertiti came out and she had this conversation with you about needing to come back. While you were gone, what were some of the things going through your mind? What kind of things were?
What was I processing?
What were you processing?
I definitely also felt responsible for Christopher falling into the water, because if I hadn't fallen and if I hadn't fallen into the water,
Right.
he wouldn't have had to come rushing over and he wouldn't have gotten knocked in. And so really, even though Richie pushed that guy, really it's my fault. And it makes it so much worse because Shauna thinks that maybe she loved Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
But now she'll never get a chance to know if he loved her back or if there was really something there. And she doesn't know how to deal with this. She's young. She's never been in love before. What are feelings even?
Where am I? It's terrible. Up is down.
Up is down and left is right.
It's all messed up.
So yeah, she kind of just doesn't even know what I don't know what to do with myself.
Right.
But I think also after talking with Nefertiti and kind of getting like a little pep talk from her, kind of wanted to like take a little bit of my power back. So I started
Right, not
like
run away from the problems.
right. So like Christopher always had my back, so I owe it to him to
Right.
get my butt back to New York and figure out what the heck happened.
Right.
And I have been practicing my shooting, and I'm not going to take people's shit anymore.
Uh-oh,
Yeah,
that's no good.
you heard it here first.
All
She's
right.
a shotgun.
Yeah, new girl has a shotgun, but now I know how to use it.
Right. So you suddenly just like wake up and your July has been super hot in New York. It's been ridiculous. And you feel this breeze come over you and you look around and you're standing on the pier where the warehouse went into the water. And you are in your nightgown, just kind of staring into the water.
Oh no.
and you look around, you realize that you don't know how you got there. You don't remember.
I'm like, this is not a dream.
No.
Like, I think I'm really standing here
You're
at
really
the pier.
standing there, staring down at the area. The whole building has been removed.
Yeah.
Like they bulldozed it because nothing stays on the pier. Nothing stays empty for long.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, is there anything around?
People
That
just
I-
going to work and doing their thing. Some of them giving you these like weird sideways glances. What is she doing there? Now, to be clear, this is not like sexy underwear. This is like you've got a 70s like it's
long,
long
shin length.
Yeah.
Little poofy shoulders.
It's nothing
That's
like
how Shauna rolls.
Yeah. It's Midwestern underwear. It's totally different.
It's a nightie.
It's a nightie.
Curlers,
Yeah.
night hat.
I don't think so.
I just want to paint. I want to paint
Maybe
the
a
right
scarf.
picture. I want
I
to
think
paint
she
the right
probably
picture.
would have a night scarf though.
A nice
Little acne medication.
Yeah,
It's
I have
crusted
to do
on.
my treatments.
Miss, are you okay? And you turn, and it's Father Michael.
Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah.
The Father Michael? What are you doing
It's
here?
New York. It's Father Michael.
Father Michael.
What are you doing here?
Well, I came down to see where Christopher had passed away.
Oh, now you suddenly have some sort of concern about Christopher?
I've always had concern about Christopher. Why are you first of all, why are you in your nightgown?
I don't have to answer your questions.
Okay. Would you like a coat?
No,
or-
I don't want anything from you.
Okay.
You.
What did I do to you?
What did you do to me? Do you not remember the singing, whatever that thing is that you guys were worshiping?
What?
He doesn't know that we know.
What?
Huh?
I think maybe you need some help. Maybe
I think you need
He
help.
starts to kind of back away a little bit and walk towards this, the old phone booths, which are new back then, I guess.
Oh,
So
crap.
don't worry, we'll get you some help. Obviously, you're confused.
I'm not confused.
Okay.
I know exactly about who you are, Father Michael.
So he walks over and he puts a quarter in and starts to dial the phone. What are you gonna do?
Who are you calling?
I'm calling an ambulance. You're
Why?
obviously
I don't need. No. I click the phone booth off.
You run over
Spoken like a
to-
true
Yeah.
millennial.
No, click.
I click the phone booth
Click
off.
the phone booth off.
I turn off his
I
app.
push the button. I swipe off the phone.
I keep
booth.
holding it down, waiting for the
Hey,
turn.
I've used phone booths, all right. And I still remember when they were just
Everywhere.
a quarter.
Just a quarter everywhere.
Wait. Okay. Just hold on a minute.
Just trying
hold
to,
on a minute.
Okay, I'll hold on. I'm just trying to help you, ma'am.
Okay.
Cigarette?
No, I'm trying to cut down.
Oh.
Listen, Father Michael, have the O'Rourke's still been coming to your place of worship there?
Well, the church after that explosion.
Oh, that freak explosion.
Yeah,
right.
it's not. We can't use it until they rebuild the chapel.
Have you seen any of the O'Rourke's?
Well, I went and talked with Christopher's mother, and I haven't seen Rory or Patrick, there's a lot of them. I forget all their names.
Yeah,
I'm being honest.
We all do. and
God bless them a lot.
And how is his mother?
She's like any mother would be after losing the youngest son, distraught, broken up.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Why did you freak out when you saw me? What were you talking about?
I don't know. I think I was sleepwalking. Wake dreaming or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I should get to the station, though.
Well, maybe you should get home and
I'm doing great.
You're right on track.
Obviously, you've processed the trauma
Shauna's
very well.
very good at lying, by the way.
yeah. Well, if you ever need to talk, he produces a little card
Kind
with
of
the.
priest has business cards.
Well, it's more of a worship card. It has
It's like it's just a random saint.
yeah, exactly.
Collect them all.
He goes, if you'd like to talk, you can always call me. We can. I know that losing Christopher was traumatic. Do me a favor. You have notice, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have investigate.
Investigate.
Same thing. I thought we were using them kind of interchangeably.
Yeah, kind of.
But
go
that
ahead
doesn't
and-
work.
But how does it really work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they're different
Well,
things.
They are different things. They are different things. So I do not have notes.
Investigation is taking your time, but you can still roll the skill.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Because you know what? Fate is hackable, and you can kind of move things around if you need to.
Yep.
So we're going to.
Kind of its whole deal.
All right.
Okay.
So that's.
And do you have any aspects you want to use to help out?
Even though I'm by myself, can I use my group bond?
Well, what's your group bond?
We want answers and we're going to get them.
I'm going to say yeah. That's
Okay.
a good one. Thank you.
I will use that,
All right.
which gives me a 4.
All right. You notice, like, when you woke up, there were people around,
Yeah.
walking around, going to
me
their
weird
work,
looks.
giving you weird work.
Yeah.
Suddenly now, as you're looking around, there's nobody, and about 40 or 50 feet away, towards the alleyways and everything else, the sun is coming up, but there's still that you're at the dock, and there's still that kind of morning, haze going on. It's not like a hardcore fog, but
That morning mist.
you just feel like you're being watched from far away, but you cannot see who's there, and you suddenly feel very alone, and that he is, he's next to you, right by this building. He's kind of crowding you a little.
And like all of a sudden nobody else
is around. Right.
Yeah, I should probably get going to the station. This is it's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
In my nightgown in the pier.
Okay.
Thanks for checking on me, though. Very appreciated. And I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I quickly start walking away.
Start walking away. Avoiding as much glass and crap on the ground as you can.
Like, how did I manage to get here without chopping my feet into pieces? I don't know.
Yeah. As you walk away, your head starts to clear up a little bit, and you don't remember how you got here. You remember going to bed in your apartment, and then suddenly just waking up. And you get the feeling that somebody's following you somewhere, but you can't see anybody. And so you keep kind of, looking around, trying to find out where this is.
Well, you know what I do when someone's following me, right?
Disappear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I try to
Find
my way into maybe like a little enclave or
you have stealth.
shadow?
Right.
Maybe
there's
like
no crowd
make my
around
way
for you to
the,
do your.
I was gonna say, is there a crowd?
There's no crowd because
somewhere?
everyone
Everyone's
disappeared.
left.
But you can use your stealth,
Okay.
and you do have any aspects you want. Now, would you grab me a water, please? That's the problem with being right next to the refrigerator is you get all the waters. Thank you, sir. Do you have any? Basically, what aspects do is you can invoke aspects and you can compel aspects. So when you invoke an aspect, you look at your character sheet and you go, hey, I've got this particular thing, like not wanting to let down your partner or whatever. And if it applies broadly to the situation, the GM will say sure and take the aspect point, and you get either a +2 to your skill roll, or you can re-roll. But re-rolls, unless you biff that roll really bad, You're risky because
-3 or -4 is
Yeah.
statistically where it should be done.
yeah, you shouldn't. You need to be careful with those.
Where you feel lucky.
Yeah.
Compels make things worse.
Right.
So someone could easily compel something. One of the other players can compel something, and it basically puts you in a bad situation. But you also get a fate point. If you don't want that compel, you can pay a fate point to stop it, which sometimes you just don't want to deal with that. So you're, do you have anything that you can use, or do you just want to use a straight up roll?
I'm gonna just try it.
Okay, so just so you know,
Straight up.
you'll need to beat a 4.
Okay.
Okay, because there's not a lot of people around here.
Yeah.
They're watching you. You're in
The
a
sun
robe.
is coming up.
The sun is coming
It's
up.
not like it's super dark.
Oh. Now remember, Jimithus gave you a reroll. I'm not saying you have to use it right now, but she gave it to you. So if you want to try again, you
I
can.
think that this is not a dire situation. I'll just fail mine.
Well, what you could do
You don't know that.
is you could succeed at cost.
That's true.
Okay.
At a major cost, you could succeed, but something
Right.
trippy in the fiction happens.
Oh.
Something.
Because what am I at right now? I'm at 3,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So I guess I could also just invoke an aspect of.
Or, like you said, you could, succeed at a cost and just have something bad happen, or not necessarily bad.
Something
but
interesting.
something
Let's try
interesting.
it.
All right.
Because my stealth is just a
Your stealth is a 4.
at value, +4. So.
So you kind of usually when you use your stealth, you are smooth. You just disappear.
So one of the only times Shauna is smooth.
Yeah, it's the only time that you're not like a little awkward.
Yeah.
And you just kind of disappear into the crowd, and
Yeah.
everything is cool.
It's brilliant.
And this time you're walking, and you feel eyes on you, and you're looking all around, and you can't see anybody. And there is you can feel Father Mike's presence, like Michael.
Feel his creepy eyes on
right,
me.
Right, and you dart down one of the alleyways, and as you're running, a car driving through the alleyway the opposite way comes by, and you just it's not going super fast, but you basically hit
roll over.
roll over it.
Over the hood, just into a pile of garbage bags, and then I'm like, I'm hidden.
Yeah. And
Like E.T. in the closet.
this
Shut
kid rolls down the window.
Trash.
He goes, "Lady, what are you doing?"
Can you give me a ride? I'm a cop.
And that's where we're going to end that scene. We're going to end that scene
It's
like
the
that.
appropriate place to
That's
end
the
that scene.
appropriate place to
And
end that
button.
scene. And one
And
thing
I'm
that
sure
I
it
really
worked
like
out
about
super well.
yeah, one thing that I like really well about a lot about Fate, or the thing that Fate taught me, is that just end a scene when it's ready. Because a lot of times in a lot of games, a scene will
good
go on
improv.
and on and on. Just end it.
Button.
You have to click it off. You have to click the scene off.
You have to click it off. So, Richie, you get into the precinct, which sounds nothing like the docks.
It does in my head. Everything sounds like the docks in my head.
Yeah. Aww.
The mournful cry of gulls as you walk past.
The slow motion scream of my partner as
And-
he gets eaten by a monster with many mouths.
No.
You walk in, and Christopher's desk has been cleared off completely, and Mike Lynch's little placard is on there, and all this stuff. And he's saying, now you know Mike. You've read about him. You've met him a few times, and his desk is straight across from your desk, and then Shauna's and Nefertiti's is there.
So we're facing each other?
You guys are facing each other. And you walk in and see him sitting at Christopher's desk, and you get a visceral sound of Christopher screaming as he collides into water.
Who gave you that desk?
That would be Merc.
Uh-huh. Yeah, why don't you clear out of that one?
Are there any other desks?
Not really, no.
That was really nice of you to even ask.
Well, I was gonna. How big of a dick am I being by saying I'm not gonna move?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, Richie.
So they got you on this assignment now, Mikey.
Yeah, Richie. They got me here. Down here with you guys.
Welcome.
Thanks.
So what did you do?
Me?
Yeah, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
You're sitting here across from me.
Yeah. It's what
The commandant assigned you to our group. What did you do?
Well, it's not so much what I did, it's what they think I did.
What do they think you did?
Well, what they're trying to accuse me of.
Oh my god, are you gonna fucking talk like this the entire time?
Possibly.
Alright, cool.
I don't know, Richie,
I picked that up on the streets.
You're
Cool.
It's a new slang word.
a detective. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, I think you're here the same reason why I'm got put here. I think Hero Cop did something wrong.
Yeah, you might say that.
Okay. Listen, we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah,
Unless you want to talk about it.
No, probably for the best.
The captain comes out, walks over to your desk. See, you're getting acclimated to your new desk. Hey, Richie, how are you? Looking a little, I don't know, unkempt. How's that? Unkempt. How's everything going? You doing all right? Yeah, the mad stare, that's good. Anyway, I got something I want you guys to look into. Throws this folder on the desk. It's some kid, I think maybe went part of one of the gangs. Their beat cops haven't told me much, but I guess he died in an unfortunate way, and I don't have anyone else to look into it. And since you two seem like you're such cozy friends now, you know, let you go. Maybe you'll learn something from him. Obviously, you know, maybe following him will teach you some stuff, right? You're just gonna stare at me the whole time? Not a goddamn thing? All right, fine. Look, just go.
I'll grab the folder from the.
Okay. So, and pick up Hunter and Nefertiti too.
Hunter's back in town?
Yeah, you didn't know? Oh, she probably didn't want to talk to you after what you did. And then he shuts the door to his office.
Oh, that's cold.
Ah, fagu!
So who's Hunter?
Just Get in the car.
All right. You want to drive or should I?
You can drive. I need to pick up some work juice.
Okay.
So I hit the bodega in the corner,
Okay.
and I get a brown bag.
Okay. So you finally get home.
We drink a
I
lot.
was gonna say, I was like expecting them to drive up and just see me walking down the street barefoot in my nightgown. Oh yeah, okay, wow, Shauna's really backing down, isn't she?
Did we call this in? Or?
Yeah. I think we got a crazy woman. No, that's our partner.
No, that's her.
That's her. She's there.
There's Shauna.
All right, I get back to my apartment.
Yeah, you get back to your apartment. The kid that was driving the car that you ran into.
Yeah. He was just worried I was going to give him a ticket for hitting me. He didn't actually want to help.
Did you really think he thought you were a cop? Nightgown lady.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. he dropped you off. He dropped you off. He obviously felt bad
Sure.
for you.
Yeah.
You've been home for like an hour or so. And
I've washed the garbage
the
and
garbage
pee
and
off of
everything else
me.
off of you. And you start looking around your apartment. Now you just got back into town.
Yeah.
Literally the night before, and you stumbled into your apartment, and you went to sleep. And now in the stark light of day, you're looking around, and the house is very well maintained, but there's some really strange smell that just permeates everything. It's all around, and the floor is wet. It's like it's a little
damp.
a little damp.
Like it's like almost dry,
Moist.
but not
Moist
quite.
is the word that we usually use. Yes, it's a little moist. And right then is when you hear the knock at the door of Richie and a new person that you've never met before.
Look through the peephole. Richie!
Oh, hey Shauna. Welcome home.
I just burst out crying.
Ah, crap.
And this other person's just sitting there, just kind of looking at both of them, going, "What the fuck did I get into?"
Hunter, Lynch, Hunter.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
Hunter.
Are you still in the nightgown? or
Oh no,
are you-
I'm dressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not as awkward.
Right. Right.
You guys, this smell hits you like dead cat smell. It's
like
pretty bad.
Being homicide detectives, I'm assuming.
Like that's
Yeah.
that's like decomp, right?
Yeah, it's like rotten fish.
You
or
smell
something.
it? That's not.
Yeah, we
Okay.
smell it.
Suddenly, your roommate
find
opens the door. She walks out, just kind of waves at you. "Hey, Hunter," and
Yeah, hi.
she pulls this. It was sitting on the counter under this tablecloth, or not tablecloth, but just towel, and it's this like rancid-looking thing of fish. And she just starts to pick at it and eat some of it.
Anna,
What?
whoa, what are you?
It's
You.
it's just some fish. What's wrong?
It's not just some fish. That is rancid, rotten fish, Anna.
Do you want some?
No, I definitely don't. Why are you eating this?
Tastes good.
This is normal.
Is it? I'm gonna like edge towards the room that this woman just came out of.
Oh, please do.
And I'm gonna like surreptitiously look inside and see what the hell, if there's, what has she been smoking? What's going on?
She's an actress.
Yeah,
One of those types.
one of those types.
Do you have stealth or?
I got notice.
Oh, okay, so let's do notice then.
All right. All right, so I've got a +5.
All right. All right, cool. So you get over there and you kind of glance in, and there are tons of weird drawings on the wall, and like what looks like some language. Would your character know like French at all, or no?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So like stuff scrawled out in French all over the place, and some different, different languages, and there are these costumes that she has hanging near the windows that kind of block out all the light that are coming in, and they look like they haven't been cleaned in a while. They're gross. And there's definitely this like wet hair smell. Musk.
I leave for 2 weeks.
That's what happens. It's like a normal roommate. You know?
Yeah,
It
just
smelled like cookies when you left.
right? I left this place smelling like cupcakes and cookies. And
Yeah.
now it smells like decomp.
So
Roommates.
Are the drawings of more than one thing, or are they all sort of the same thing from different angles? Or
They're all the same thing from different angles, and they kind of look like voids, like these large, like black holes.
okay.
They're done in different mediums, and some of the mediums look not right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone in like charcoal or something that is not possibly a bodily fluid?
Yes, there are.
Good. I'm gonna grab one of those off the wall. An actress. Oh no, she's an artist. What's this all about?
Oh, yeah, what is that about, Anna?
That's amazing.
And she does this thing, and when she does this, you notice that there's like some weird thing in her throat right here that like appears just for a moment under the skin, and then when she puts her head down again, it disappears. It's like some weird lump right here.
He's already starting.
And he goes, "Oh, that's for my play. We're opening in a couple of days."
Still doing the play.
Well, we've been in rehearsals, and now we're finally gonna be ready. It's a musical. It's on Broadway.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just a.
You okay?
No, I just need some more food.
It's not food.
Oh, that tastes so good.
It doesn't look like you like it.
No, it's reminds me of home. It's wonderful.
What plays you? What is this
home?
play?
Mine's home.
What?
What is this play?
They told me I'm not allowed to talk about it until opening day.
Well, when is opening day?
Well, how are we supposed to get tickets?
Yeah.
I don't know any of these things. I'm actually an understudy. If the lead actress somehow has an accident, I get to fill in.
Oh, yeah. Fingers crossed, huh?
Yeah. Well, crazier things that happen. She could get sick or hit by a bus. I don't know. Anything can
Oh, I
happen.
mean, I was thinking like laryngitis or something.
That would work too, I guess, if you wanted to go the easier route, you know. Maybe I could take her out one night and
Give her
we could have
laryngitis.
drinks, and maybe she'll get a cold or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm excited.
Yeah.
That drawing is one of the props that they have. It wheels out in the back, and it moves around. It's very pretty.
So it's like some sort of special effect. That's cool. Like what do they do? Is it like lights or?
No, it's magic. It's straight up magic.
Okay.
Is this that Doug Henning thing?
I love him. We're connected.
Anna, are you going to rehearsal today? You got rehearsal today?
Rehearsals every day.
What time? Just 'cause I might clean while you're gone.
Just be careful. I know where everything is, and I need it to stay there.
Okay.
Because if I can't find something and I get called in and I have to do a scene, I need to know.
I mean, I won't touch your room. I was just thinking
Or
of...
my fish, right? I need my fish.
Okay. Also a question, why is the carpet wet?
There was an accident.
Okay. Did like a pipe break? Do we need to call the super? Or like...
A man came over. We didn't agree on the way the night was going.
Wait, did something happen?
It's okay. I dealt with it.
You want to elaborate a little, or?
Not really.
Okay. Like, do I need to go find this gentleman and
I
lock
know
him
where-
up?
No, I know where he's at. He's fine.
Okay.
Anyway,
But then how? So
I had to do
the
some
water
cleaning.
happened.
Yeah, I just cleaned up the floor a little.
What? So like something spilled, or like?
I appreciate that you're trying to be nice and my roommate and be a friend. but
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happened. It's over now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to sleep for a little bit before I have to go.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's
You look a little tired, so.
for the best.
She walks over and she takes the charcoal drying from your hands. It was nice to meet you. What was your name?
Mike. What was your name?
Anna.
Anna.
She
Well,
walks and
break a leg.
maybe. She shuts the door.
Oh my god. It's like so much worse than it was.
I'm gonna smell the carpet.
What is so much worse?
So, should I mean, can we trust this guy? Do I tell this guy anything, Richie? I don't even. Sorry to like talk about you like you're not here. I don't know you
It's
at all.
Mike Lynch.
Yeah.
He's,
Okay.
he
Why
seems
is
pretty
he with
trustworthy.
you?
I'm your new partner.
He's the new Christopher.
I'm sorry. Huh?
We got a case.
This is.
You have any beer?
Let's
Better
all
smile
have
in
a.
the
Let's
car.
all have a beer. Let's all have a beer.
It's 10 in the morning.
That's fine. You and I get 3 beers.
I mean, drink if you got 'em, sure.
Huh?
Yeah.
You guys sit down at the table.
I'm gonna smell the carpet.
Yeah. What's with the carpet?
I'm gonna smell the carpet.
Yeah, there's some weird, like it's not actual water. It's more, it's thicker. It's a little thicker.
Would
than
you
it
say
should
that
be.
it's something that's thicker than water?
just a little
I'm gonna go get a
little
knife.
slimy.
I'm gonna go get a knife from the kitchen
Uh-huh.
and like find a place, maybe like under the couch where it's like still wet but not
Right,
super duper visible. I'm gonna like cut
a piece
Definitely.
out.
like a piece and like
Definitely do that.
peel it, see what's first of all what's underneath this carpet.
Okay.
And then we'll bring it with us for
Evidence.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Take you to the crime lab for in 77.
Whatever that.
Well,
CSI 77.
See, I don't fucking know. Get out of my face.
it's slimy.
It's slimy.
I'll tell you what it isn't. Drugs. He says as snorting it.
So can I tell anything about it by
No.
seeing like underneath, or we would need to get this
You
back
need to. You would need to
Okay.
like at least have them run some kind. See if there's some kind of like what kind of fluid you're dealing with.
Okay.
But you wouldn't be able just to look at it.
So I get tongs and I.
Yeah.
Is this shag carpeting?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It's orange. It's about that deep.
Nice.
Oh, because
Used
of
to
the
be
pile.
anyway.
Yeah.
It used to be. Yeah.
Because of the pile, it probably is just. It always smells like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But it didn't smell quite like this though.
She seems to have gotten worse.
It's way worse, right? Like I've been
Yeah.
gone for a while, but like it's.
So,
So she.
LSD?
I'll fill you in.
Maybe.
I mean, you are on the team where shit
Yep.
gets weird. So she was part of this play, I'm not sure if it's even really real,
Okay.
honestly. I caught a glimpse of one of the scripts before things got super out of hand.
The incident.
And it had some sort of weird other language in it that didn't seem humanish. I think it's a cult. I think she's in a cult, and I think they're trying to start some sort of ritual
Well,
during this play, would be my guess.
That's what cults do, right?
Yeah. It's just that,
That and murder celebrities.
yeah, she was acting weird and like chanting a little
themselves.
bit, but I mean, she wasn't eating rotten fish and possibly murdering people in the apartment.
I'm gonna say, using my detective skills, definitely murdering someone in your apartment.
It's seeming that way.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Seeming.
Seeming.
Right.
Seeming. Should I not drop Fiji on that?
Yeah,
Nah.
don't do that.
Okay.
That's one of the ones.
Or
that
you
don't
could for
don't wanna be
confidence.
us.
I mean, we don't know what this is,
Yeah,
to
we
be
don't.
honest.
We don't.
Okay.
We have no idea.
Don't
we've
make
been-
it seem like I'm being unreasonable.
We've been walking in it. Oh.
It's everywhere.
Oh, lovely.
All
Well, I'm gonna finish my beer,
Okay.
I already finished mine.
and anybody else's that's not gonna finish theirs.
So you guys leave, and you're taking a look at this thing, and it's in Hell's Kitchen. It's actually pretty close to where your guys' first case was. And you get out there, and there's this. So a lot of the buildings are burnt out because at this time people are setting their apartments on fire constantly to get the money, and because there's
They're
insurance
transforming
fraud.
themselves into weird mouth monsters.
Yeah, not this time. When you get
We don't
out
know
there, yet, yeah. When you get out there, you see these like maybe 5 or 6 beat cops trying to cordon off an area, and there's at least 20 to 30 people. Around this building, and there's actually quite a bit of commotion going on. There's an ambulance there, and they're bringing out this guy on a stretcher. And when you open up the thing, it's the basic first call in. A young man in his 20s, Puerto Rican, found dead at the top of on the top of this building, and identity not known, blah blah blah. Just your basic rundown, and got all these people running in and out. You walk
Why are
up.
we on this case?
According to the captain, he didn't have anybody else, so he's sending you guys. Yeah.
Seems like a waste of our resources.
Yeah.
Well, it's still a crime.
Obviously, haven't been on Black Bag yet. All right. We should go up to one of the beat cops. What's the situation?
They didn't tell you?
I want to hear from you. Flatfoot.
No reason to be a dick. Look, they I don't know how to explain it. We got a call saying that there was a body on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we got up there, it wasn't like a gunshot or anything. There's something weird. And their forensics is finishing up. They're taking pictures and stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but it was several bodies kind of put together. I told the captain.
All right.
So, There's a body down here on a stretcher or on the street,
That's
right?
one of the bodies.
That's one of the bodies.
That you extracted from a mass of bodies?
I didn't do shit. I didn't touch it.
Well, how'd the body get down on the sidewalk?
The coroner is starting to bring bodies
Okay.
down. Yeah.
All right.
We just called it in because there's like 30 people up there,
What?
What?
and they're all kind of together.
Like just they're all in like a same room?
No, they're together, like literally, like fused together.
Oh.
So I guess that's why we're called in.
I told the captain this whole thing.
Thanks for your service. We should go.
Yeah. Richie,
What?
it's not the first time we've seen bodies get fused together.
So
Oh, yeah.
you guys get up there, and
Painting bodies.
there are there's these corpses that are, and they don't look like, it's not like, they look like they've kind of decayed a little bit, and they're all fused together into this one big mass, and all of their arms and their fingernails are bloody, and it looks like they have been digging with them, and it's just this mass of human flesh that the coroner's taking pictures of, and he says, looks like, oh, investigators, finally. We don't know what this is, so we don't know what to do with this.
Are any of the bodies wearing clothes?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Are there any clothes on the roof?
None that you can see, no.
So this is like a massive ball of human flesh.
Right.
How big is it?
There's about 30 individuals that you can count, so
big.
pretty big.
So not small enough to fit
Right.
through the door that led to the...
Not smaller than a breadbasket, no.
So how did they get on the roof?
That's a good question. How did they get up here?
Richie looks up.
Yeah, is there, I don't know, weird crack, weird shimmer?
Yeah.
Sir, I think one of these things is alive. It just moved.
Oh, good.
I get my gun ready. Like, I just, like, unsnap my holster. Can you hear me?
So do you walk over to it?
Yeah.
I mean, well, let's...
I'm not, like, up in his face,
cautiously.
but yeah.
So one of the body's torsos that's sticking out of the mass center starts to move around, and it's like it's looking, and it's like, just because this is a good point to do a kind of mental stress test. It's kind of like a mental attack almost, where if you want to invoke an aspect, I'm going to say, I'm going to roll, and then we're going to see how close of a, let me look them up real quick. Anyway, so it's going to be just like an attack where I roll a number, you have to beat it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't beat it, you take that many in mental stress. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Ooh,
Good start.
good start.
Like that.
So let's see. I get 4 aspects a scene. So, because you get as many aspects as a GM as the, wait, 3. I get 3 because I get a fate point per player. Excuse me. So. All right. And here's a question for you, because
Sure.
I know that with your stunt, one of your stunts is being able to figure out what people's aspects are.
Yeah, that's basically I can use provoke instead of empathy to read what aspects are.
Right.
So I get up in people's faces and we
Right.
can do it the hard way.
Right. So in general, you don't really have to say as an NPC what they are, or should you?
You
what
mean
would you?
aspects?
Yeah.
Like if you're invoking the aspect?
Yeah. Would you announce it at all?
Yeah. I mean, if it's,
Okay,
if
cool.
it's fun and interesting, yeah.
So I'm going to invoke monstrous and from a distant planet, because that's interesting and fun.
Sure.
And I'm going to stick with that. So that gives me -2.
+2.
Do I have a skill that I can use?
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
not.
If you have provoke or if it's based off of that.
He doesn't, I don't think, have any of that.
Never know.
Oh wow. Okay. I love this skill. Everything else. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm going to use that, and that gives me a +2. So that gives me a +2 altogether. And for this particular scene right now, I think that's a good starting point for an early mental test.
Okay.
So you guys have to beat a +2 with your rolls.
With Will?
With will, yeah.
Okay.
Do you not have a good will?
I
I
at
don't-
least have will.
I
Okay.
don't
Nice.
have will.
Add a 0.
+0.
I got a +3.
Oh.
It's a -2.
Oh no.
So that means you have to mark off the second box of stress.
Mental stress?
Yeah, you take 2, so you have to mark off the 2.
Sure.
You had a rough morning.
You had very.
You're not equipped for this.
I should
right?
have-
I've had a rough few weeks.
I should have had you make a mental check for when your mom was in a silk, and it was probably one of those Japanese robes, like from the 70s, like the really, there's probably a.
We don't need to
a color-
describe
Probably should though.
what.
We don't need to, but I
My
think
mother?
that chat would really
Is it
like
because
us
it's
to.
fun and interesting?
Yes,
Yeah.
totally. All right, so one of these things, how did you do?
I actually got because I have a stunt for dealing with fear and intimidation.
Ooh,
so
nice.
I got a 6. So I
Jesus.
succeeded with style.
Nice.
So if this was an overcome, or I guess this was an attack, right?
Yeah.
So what I will do is I will have a boost against it.
Okay.
I will have a boost on the scene.
A boost is like a small aspect, right? Or
Yeah,
it's a transient
It's basically
thing.
yeah. It's really the thing that once it's one and done, right? Whereas
Right.
if I have a aspect out on the table, that sticks around for more than
Right. Okay.
one use.
What
Plus
do we do?
3.
Okay. So you're
Get on this side
fine.
of the table.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm also very bad at rolling dice. One of the things you should know about Ben.
Ben
Not good at rolling
Ben
dice.
is not good at rolling dice. How far under 3 did you get?
How far
Or
under
2, I mean.
Under 2, I
Yeah.
got
-2?
yes.
So
4.
4.
4.
4 altogether. Okay.
One would say I got the opposite of what I was supposed to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honest mistake.
Like the mirror universe.
Yeah.
Do you have 4 stress?
You were rolling
I
me
have
upside
4.
down.
I have 4 stress.
Do you have? But for mental, no. You only have the. Do you have extra will, or because you only have the first 2 boxes?
Right.
So that means that you can only fill in those. You get to take 2 and then 1 for the first box. So that's 3, and then the 1 goes into consequence, right?
Right. Well, you can take a mild consequence,
Right.
minus 2, and then you just mark the second.
And
box.
just second box,
and
yeah.
It'll be 4.
So basically, you're taking a mild consequence, which is a small aspect, I would say. Being mild would be a good one for mental. Like, what's twitchy or
Oh no, not again.
full of fear or something, some kind of small aspect that relates to your mental status right now.
Cracked.
cracked.
Shaken.
Shaken.
That's better
Shaken.
because that's more mild. Cracked sounds like something you do on the weekend. All right, cool. So,
Yep.
so you take that and people can compel that now, or they can use that as as a way to change things up a little bit.
I gotta go have a smoke. I'm just gonna go.
This
off
thing
to
is
the-
writhing there.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But
I'm
it's-
just gonna.
But it's talking.
Yeah, I gotta. You can deal with this. Welcome to the team, pal. I'm gonna go have a cigarette on the edge of the roof.
Don't jump, Richie.
I'm fine.
Okay. So this thing is moving,
The one of the torsos is moving.
This is horrifying.
and it's just like seamlessly fleshed together.
Yeah, it's like fused together. Then another one starts to come back.
There's more.
And then you see that a few of them on the bottom start pushing up, like with their hands and their limbs.
No.
What were you gonna say?
Lynch?
Well,
Suggestions here?
I got a question. How did they were separating them and they got one of them downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask the coroner very quickly.
Yeah, was it a full body or was it just the torso that they had on the stretcher?
It was just a torso.
Sure.
How
okay.
did they?
It was separated.
So that one was not a part of it.
Yeah,
So
it
they
was.
pop off like Legos.
It popped off.
They're fun. A wonderful building toy.
They're wonderful things.
You know those new building blocks from Sweden?
Yeah, holy shit.
Or is it Norway? No, Denmark.
Denmark.
Denmark somewhere.
That's the one.
Somewhere where there's beautiful people.
Yeah.
That should
So,
definitely immigrate to America.
So yeah, this thing starts to come alive, and it like starts to move around on the top of this building. You know,
Just on the edge of the building going,
So
nope.
all 30 of them are starting
are
to
starting to come alive, and it's pushing itself up, and underneath it you see feet and hands pulling itself up.
No, thank you.
No.
Can we light this on fire? Should we light it on fire?
Do they have
Should
mouths?
we abandon the building?
Yes, they do. They have they have full heads, and
Then I'm going to say...
You should interview him, Mike.
I'm going to say freeze. I mean...
And my PD freeze!
Yeah, draw my gun and be like, freeze. You obviously are in some distress.
I gotta remember. Let's see.
Yep.
All right, I'm
You're
going
handling
to
this
compel.
perfectly.
I'm going to compel your worried you're going to let down another
That I'm gonna lose another team member?
lose another team member, and I will give you this point to. The second he says that, you burst out in tears and you just start running. And you're standing there.
Wow, guys. Thanks for... Is this hazing the rookie shit? Is this what's going on?
So you hear Shauna run away, and this thing is starting to like really move around and
Would
and
I run
try
away though, or would I run
Okay.
toward Richie?
I think
If I'm afraid of losing another team member.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you'd make the decision? What would
I'll just run toward Richie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I want to make sure he doesn't somehow get left on the roof or something if things go bad.
Now, are you grabbing him or?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And I'm like, we gotta get off this roof. We gotta get off this roof right now. Richie, we gotta get Richie.
It starts coming towards you as you've got this gun.
Okay, so I is there any response from it?
No.
Okay.
That's gonna be a clip.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna clip that. There's Wes looking like an idiot again. That's my
Okay.
monster voice.
Monstrous.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna go with I shoot it.
Okay, so you start unloading your gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like don't come any closer, right? I mean, it's really a.
Nah.
Yeah, it's moving towards you, and it's about like, you figure probably like maybe 2 feet off the ground, right? It's
But
pretty
with many more
high.
feet, right?
Right, with little feet and hands as it's moving towards you, right? And all of these like weird torso things kind of
It's like
moving.
The Thing, but times 50.
Yeah, it's got all, and it's moving around, and it
Anyway,
seems to
played
be.
Inside by what is that? The guys who did Limbo. Spoiler alert! It's like Inside.
So you fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get him, Mike!
Thanks for that.
We'll watch you from over here, Mark.
Get it!
This is why I'm the hero cop.
Good
Yeah.
luck with this one.
Prove yourself. Earn a place
We
on
never
the
got your
team.
phone number and next of kin.
We have
Oh,
that
no.
at the station.
All right, so I got a 3.
Okay. So
And you have
this
some
thing,
Advantage over it now, right, too?
I will. Well, he's got the bonus.
I
He's got
boost,
a bonus.
Yeah.
Nice.
A boost.
If I need it, we're gonna see where we're.
We're gonna
Oh,
see.
so it's like a one-time thing that you get to
Yeah.
use?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep, it's the one-time shot thing. But I'm going to just say, which I should have said before, you didn't need to roll, because it's this, it's not trying to
math.
it's not trying to defend.
Well, I was trying to specifically hit it in like a
head?
head.
Oh,
and-
okay,
and
then,
see like,
okay.
does that kill that head,
Oh, sure.
or do we have to destroy
Yeah.
the entire thing?
So here's what I'm going to say so you've got a 3 right now.
I do.
I'm going to say, because of the situation, I think that I think a situational aspect would be kind of like, I guess, writhing. Would writhing be a good one?
I guess.
Writing is a
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I think that fits.
Writhing flesh.
Writhing flesh. So I'm going to say you need like a 5.
Well, luckily I got the boost, so I got
Yeah.
a 5.
Okay, cool.
So that
So
works.
you go ahead and say exactly how you want this to go.
Yeah. So I take out my revolver and I pop a couple of shots and probably put a couple in the head of the body I was trying to talk to.
Just
Give
just
him some new eye holes.
so bam, and you
And so does that one die, or is it like it's still riding?
it actually it slumps over as the other ones are moving around, and then after a little while its arms move, but it doesn't it doesn't come back up. It's like its arms are moving independently.
Okay.
It's so gross and hilarious at the same time.
I'm gonna look back at you. How many other like techs and cops?
They've run.
They've run.
The
So,
corners
we
are
are-
gone.
we are alone
You guys
on
are
this.
alone.
Okay.
And people down on the bottom, because bricks are starting to fly off the side of the building.
Yeah. There's the plan I'd like to try.
It starts to
enact
dig into the roof.
Fire.
Oh, is digging into the
Yeah.
roof.
Oh.
What I'd like to try to convince it to throw itself
You're the
off
monster
of the
whisperer.
Okay.
By,
I don't want it running down the street.
Yes, but one would hope that how many stories is this building? 5.
5.
Oh,
it's
it's
a
not-
little
okay.
it's an apartment building it's one of the old brick
Would a
buildings.
50-foot fall kill a mass of
No.
flesh?
We have to kill it with fire.
It breaks through the first level and the top starts the whole top
Has the
starts to
building
come
been-
in.
The building's been cleared, right?
It has now as people are running down.
Okay.
Get the fuck out!
Okay.
You hear people in the
We gotta
street
get
start screaming.
We gotta get off the roof. I'm grabbing
Okay, so
both of you by
let's
by your
because
collars.
this
I'm
is
like,
this is
"We gotta get
combat
off the roof."
basically at this point, or at least where we need to kind of do each thing.
Yeah. Sure.
So you did your first move.
Sure.
I like the idea of you picking the next person to go.
Sure.
Whoever you want to pick, and then we go from that.
Well, let's see what Shauna Hunter does.
So this building that we're in, was this like an abandoned building in like one of the rundown areas of town, or was this like an actual like
Sorry, dog.
building that had people living in it?
This building, you're not sure if there were. You saw that you didn't see into any of the apartments. Is everything okay? But There might be some people living below.
Okay.
You don't know.
So it's not just like a
it's not a
completely
burnt out.
empty,
It's not a
abandoned-
shell.
Okay.
Kind
We
of.
can't just set it on fire.
I mean,
You could, like the other
can.
landlords do, but I mean, it's kind of a faux pas.
Well, then they could actually claim insurance, and it wouldn't be fraud.
it's true.
NYPD set their building on fire.
To kill a massive.
So, what do you want to do? I'm having all sorts of problems.
So it's broken down into like the first.
The first floor goes krunk as
Okay.
it starts to dig through the.
But we're still on the roof, right?
Well, yeah. Now there's this big hole in the center as
Okay.
you're looking down, and pipes
Can we still get
water
to the
is going out, electricity is, that whole thing.
Okay.
electricity? You said.
You say yes.
What'd you say?
I say. What do you want to do?
Okay. I have an idea. We're gonna get this thing wet and we're gonna electrocute it.
Ow.
Can I shove one of the
Start dancing.
one of the water
provocatively.
pipes to where the water is pouring down through the hole on top of this thing?
Oh.
Oh, is there a water? Is there a water?
Is there a water
Pipes-
tower?
If pipes
Yeah.
have broken, can I direct some water to like be pouring on
For
this thing?
cinematic reason, yes, there's a little water tower on top.
I just meant like a busted pipe or something.
But cinematically, we should.
But
Yeah,
water
It's
tower?
like 30 people though. It's gonna need.
It's going to need a
Okay.
dousing.
All right.
So do you run over to the water tower and like turn it on to have the water go down the hole or something like that?
Water go down the hole.
Water go down the hole. Thank you,
Ducky.
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 Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what I want to
So-
do, and then that's probably all my.
Yeah,
turn
I'm
that I
not
can
gonna.
do.
You don't have to roll anything to
Okay.
do that, but.
And I'll be like, get your feet out of the water.
Well, it's gonna go down, and yeah,
Sure, but
just in case.
don't want your feet in the water if you're gonna put a live wire to it.
Pretty smart there, Hunter.
Okay, so do you want to pick me, the monster, to go, or?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. That sometimes screws you, though.
That's true.
Yeah, that
That's
does,
true.
sometimes can mess you up. All right, go ahead.
Monster can go
Richie?
twice.
Okay, so you've unleashed the water.
I've unleashed the water.
Yeah, the water has started to go down this hole, and this thing's about to break through the next level.
Is anything happening to the monster?
Well, I
Is
mean,
now
the
getting-
water's going down in, and you see that there are a couple of wires, like the big 20
Right.
gauge wires sticking out, but you'd have to actually move the wires over enough to hit the water flow. I'm not going to make it that simple.
I mean, I guess I'll do that.
I mean, it's a dangerous plan, but I like it.
You're going to grab the wire and pull it over to the water.
Well, yeah, because if there's is there a pole? Do I see a pole that I could use? Because if not, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Do you have physical?
I don't have physical.
All right.
I have shoot. Is it hanging by a thread that I could shoot?
No.
Yes.
So basically, you're going to be pulling this wire out and trying to electrocute the water flow, because science
Yeah.
is not important in the 70s.
Right.
Okay.
I'm also going to invoke I believe what I do in this world matters.
All right. So that gives you a +2.
Uh-huh. And I also invoke I would do anything to help
What's
my
your roll
partners.
first?
Yeah, you should roll first before you
Should
start.
roll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
before you spend the points.
All right.
Yeah.
Could use a reroll.
Ooh, yeah.
So
So which ones were you?
so 0.
So I want you to beat a 4 on this, which is not too horrible.
I don't know if I can beat a 4. Because I
Well, you want to do a reroll, or do you? I mean, well,
don't have a reroll.
Well,
no. I
said
mean, you
fate.
can
You can
use
use-
a aspect. You can use a fate point to reroll. It doesn't have to be a +2.
Okay.
So you can try to reroll.
Yeah, then I'll use that as a.
Well, reroll first, and then you already
That's a-
used
yeah,
this.
yeah.
This was your first one.
That's a, yeah.
So you're
That's
not
a
using this
+2.
as a plus. You want to use this as a +2 or a reroll.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I'll use that as a reroll.
Okay, and then if you want to spend another point, you can.
Better.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
it's
All right.
better.
All right, that's nothing. I rolled no pluses or minuses. Exactly how I like to live my life.
Okay.
Even keel.
Baseline. Just right at the baseline.
So, do you want to spend another?
I mean, I'd have to use 2.
Yeah, you'd have to use 2 to hit it.
I'd have to use 2.
Well, so is this an attack or is this an overcome?
This is an overcome.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in that case, you could succeed at a cost, a major cost, and you're holding a live wire and putting it into water. I mean, what could happen?
Right. It's the same thing that she kind of did with.
Here's the thing. We haven't talked about Richie.
Let's talk about Richie.
Let's talk about the mental state of Richie here.
Yeah.
Richie hasn't been doing so well. I don't know if I've been playing that very well for you guys tonight. A little mentally unhinged since pretty much killing his partner. So, yeah, let's take that major, whatever, cost.
Because you just don't even care.
Because,
Success with cost.
yeah.
Okay.
So, I inhumanly rip off this wire and just dunk it into the, I'm assuming just fly back through.
What do you just so I
Jurassic
know
Park
for
fence style.
Yeah.
for
For a major cost.
for major
Major
costs?
cost.
Yeah.
Major cost.
I know what I'm going to do, but what I want to know is what do you guys do when you see him pull the wire out and he shoves it into this water?
And I say, good idea, Hunter!
Oh my god. I mean, can I yell at him to get his feet out of the puddle that he's standing in?
Oh, you want me to take off my shoes and stand in this puddle?
Barefoot? He said barefoot? He said lay down in the water?
What do you want to do? What do you guys do when you see him do? I just want to know where you're at when this happens.
I mean, because we were standing pretty close together.
It's a small roof. Are you going to look down, or are you going to just? Because you're by the water. Mm-hmm. You're by the water spigot right now.
Yeah. So we're a little further apart now.
You're a little further apart. If you think of it as zones, you guys are in one zone and he's in another. So you have to make I just want to know for when I explain what happens to him, where exactly you are when it happens.
Well, so I assume there's like a lip on the edges of
Right.
the roof, like that we
Right.
could stand on. So if the water was pooling down here,
Right.
we would be standing
Okay.
slightly above the water.
All right.
And I
So
will attempt to yell at Richie to also stand not in the water, but I don't know
yeah,
if he'll
and what he
hear
does is he
me.
just takes his hand and shoves and pulls the live wire out straight into the water, and the water's going over his hand. And there is this shock. There's this violent shock, and he falls into the hole. You guys just see him disappear.
Oh,
This didn't go
too,
well.
That's too much for me.
And you hear
Oh, look, another one of your partners
Partner
falling into something.
Just falls into an abyss of death.
Into
Cool.
water, into
Cool.
a hole, into a
Not,
Yeah,
thing.
not
Yeah.
triggering at
And-
all for me.
and there's this horrible sound at the bottom of this hole, like this, this horror, like, yeah.
As if 30 voices suddenly gibbered out
Yeah, I
in
was thinking,
fear.
yeah, gibbered out in fear. And then silence, just the sound of water rushing into a hole.
30 voices silenced at once.
I felt a disturbance in the forest.
This is like so reckless. I jump into the hole.
You run over
Yeah.
and start.
That's so
Would you
reckless,
like-
but like,
You see her running. Do you do
and I'm
anything,
like,
or are you just
not
stunned?
you too, Richie.
Welcome to the party,
I
pal.
think I'm just gonna.
Let
I
it
think
happen.
it's just because it's such an odd thing.
Yes.
Right? This,
It's such
What are they doing?
this has been a series.
of odd things for Mike.
Right.
Great first day.
Yeah. As first days go, this is, again, I'm like, is this fuck with a rookie day? I don't know. And I'm really hoping it is.
All right. So as you're jumping, here's what you see. In slow-mo. As you're going over, this water is pouring down, and on the second floor that it was trying to. I mean, it's only like maybe 9 feet at the most, right? It's not a huge dive.
Yeah.
But the thing at the bottom that was digging through the roofs has broken apart. It is now in large chunks of people. And Richie is laying like this, looking up at you as you're jumping down towards him. And he looks like he's in just pain because he's landed on all these bodies. And a few of them are still kind of jittery because of the bolts. And, grabbing onto him. And, but they're not, it's because of the voltage and whatever nervous system this thing has.
Yeah.
And you land hard on top of them. Bam!
Smack.
Richie, say something.
All this water. And
Mama?
Oh, good.
Is that you?
so how many, because you did fall into the hole.
But the hole was only, it's one story.
It's one story.
It's
10
one
feet.
story. So I'm going to,
It's also the electricity. I mean, that's
that's
the other-
probably, I would assume, in the way that you described my hand, that my hand is pretty charred.
Yeah. Well, what I'm getting at is whether or not to figure out if you need to take some more stress or if it's a consequence or
Absolutely make me take more.
take more stress.
It's a major consequence.
That's
All
a
right.
pretty hardcore thing.
So
100%.
let's say because of the fall, because of having a 140-pound woman flying down a hole and hitting you about there? 100?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Landed on you good. And electricity. I'm
And then
gonna say,
Wes made it awkward.
I have
140,
I'm
145.
talking about character.
literally have no idea. So let's go with it.
What a way to live your life.
Yeah,
That's
I
wonderful.
haven't weighed myself in 4 years.
Hunter
We're
hasn't
apparently
weighed
gone to
herself.
the
I'm
doctor.
talking about the fictional
No.
character, people.
Jesus. Go to the doctor.
I'll go to the doctor when I'm falling apart and you're dead.
Wow, we have
All
the
right,
same
my
health
father-in-law.
We have the same health care plan. The holy shit, I'm in the emergency room. Save me.
But it's cheap until that point.
It's cheap till that point, yeah, definitely. And then
Just
it
wait to fall apart till you go to a Nordic country because they all have free healthcare.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Why are you here on your visit? Healthcare.
How expensive a plane ticket, you know?
Exact compared to
Exactly.
Well,
I mean, honestly, it's
Honestly.
probably a
It's
cheaper
cheaper.
round trip ticket. than
guys,
it's-
100%.
100%. I'm going to say that you take it's mild, major, and I forget.
Severe?
Severe.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that you're going to take
Moderate?
a major.
Well, he can take if you give him a mild, then he already has
He
mild.
already has a mild,
So
yeah.
it bumps up to moderate.
Yeah. So,
Now all that hair you've been growing out is. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's too heavy. It won't stay up.
Charred hand is probably
Yep.
a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And charred hand and
just when that
and
hand was
maybe
recovering.
and maybe
from the
slipped
fingernail.
disc or something, or
No, charred hand is
charred hand is
yeah,
fine.
that's more than enough.
Okay.
Got some cool scars.
Yeah. Chicks
So-
dig scars.
Chicks will dig.
Yeah.
They'll dig 'em. Yeah,
Yeah.
They'll be like, ooh, look at his hand. It's all charred. And
It's all
Yeah.
charred. Why is it so smooth? It's oddly smooth.
It's oddly smooth.
Also, you have no hair on your body.
Yeah.
It's like
whatsoever.
holding the
Yeah.
hand of a dolphin. Anyway,
Guess what, baby? No nerves.
it's like
I
somebody
could
else is
play
touching
this
you.
thing all night.
Cannot feel anything with this hand.
All right, so you're standing on
Mr.
the
Dean's
roof.
foot, but it's
By
his
yourself.
hand.
So I'm standing on the roof, looking down. There's a bunch of these things that are still twitching.
Yeah, but they're starting to like fall apart from each other.
Okay.
Like so, they're starting to detach from one another.
And is it like a clean rip, or is it like the flesh is kind of? I mean,
It's kind of like when you freeze
Are
silly
they
putty.
sloughing
and
apart?
just-
Yes, that's a good word.
sloughing. Okay.
Sloughing apart.
So a monkey breed of people.
Basically, yeah.
It's like the end of a PTA meeting.
Yeah.
That's all that's left.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, and they're not moving except they're twitching.
They're twitching a little bit.
Okay. Is the wire still in the flow of this?
No, the wires. Once he fell, it fell clear.
All right. You guys all right?
He's alive! It's just really burned.
What the hell is going on?
What smells like barbecue?
It's your hand, Richie. It's okay. We're gonna get you to a doctor.
Did I get it?
Right, quick.
There's a medical examiner down there, and I'm sure there's an ambulance down there too, right? So
Oh, hey, Stephen, thank you.
hey.
Did I get it?
Yeah, you got it.
You did.
Yeah.
You got it, Richie. You did good.
What the hell was it?
I mean,
Well, see, I can actually answer that because I'm now
yeah,
studied up on
you've
lore.
been being all studious.
Go ahead.
This is I could use this stunt walking library
Okay.
after the fact because it
Ooh.
does say at the very end you don't even have to spend a fate point to declare that you have the proper tools to research using lore, even in extreme situations. Which I think this is a
Just
pretty.
being electrocuted is pretty extreme.
Actually, Mike.
Well, as you know, Mike.
So if I roll lore, if I'm correct in using this, if I just roll lore,
Yep.
it will come to me.
All right,
What
so
this is possibly.
You'll
just so you know, real
illuminate a
quick,
light bulb.
the guys unlocked the first tier, which is Christopher didn't need to die, which is the game. Which is the game. Which is the game aspect. So
He likes this too much.
Christopher didn't need to die.
kind of. I kind of like it. It's fun to mess with people. It really kind of is. So yes, thank you for unlocking that tier.
Well
Could
done.
have used that.
Yeah.
Could have used that a little earlier.
Maybe you can use it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
that is our aspect that is now on the table. So let's say that the medical examiner takes a look at you guys, and you guys, they're dealing with everything, and you're downstairs, you're cleaned up, sorta, and they kind of
great, actually. I mean,
yeah, you're fine.
You're fine. She's okay.
I mean, I'm a little wet. I look a little like a drowned rat, but that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. So are you gonna roll your thing to?
Yeah. See, I was
gonna.
gonna spout some lore,
Okay.
possibly.
All
What do I
right.
have to beat?
Oh, with this is gonna be tough.
What do I have to beat?
Not so tough for me.
I'm gonna say you have to beat a 6.
Shit.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
well, this thing's like.
You got a 4 lore.
I do have a 4.
I mean, you're doing good, right? You're a wizard. What else do you need, right? You're fine. See, he sucks at rolling. See, I know this.
3. I have to beat a 6. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Dang.
I have no idea.
A body monster.
Body monster.
I'd like to call it a body monster.
I think we should get you to a hospital.
I think you should get me to a hospital.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
I do not feel well enough to sarcasm good.
Yeah,
So,
fine.
Okay.
It's understandable.
here's
My
a question.
140-pound frame will hoist Richie up
Hoist my 340-pound friend.
and very easily help him
You're
downstairs.
450. Is that what you're
My 300. 400?
I said 140.
I am in the exact same health as our president. 239 pounds.
So,
6'3".
the medical examiner that's here can, bandage up your hand pretty well. And give you some,
Good drugs?
painkillers.
You
Not necessarily
probably
good drugs,
Need that.
but so
Can they make it so that the hurties go away?
Only in your hand.
only in your hand, not in your soul. That's going to take a lot more.
Yeah. Okay.
Es-
So
especially-
shaking is still.
Yeah.
Shaking is still there, and so you don't necessarily need to go to the hospital, but they can patch you up pretty good. So you guys are looking around, and
Where did it come from?
You don't
Why
know.
was it on the roof?
These are all good questions.
These are.
Where are the residents of this building?
Was the
Oh no.
one that they had separated?
It was separated beforehand.
Right,
They
right.
found
Yeah.
it.
But what I'm wondering about is, did the guys who were loading that into the truck or dealing with it, did it move when the other one started to move?
No, it did not.
Okay.
It did not. Once it was apart from the rest of the monkey bread, it stopped moving.
We're going to end up calling this a monkey bread.
Yeah.
The monkey bread monster.
Do,
It's
I have not seen that on
horrifyingly
Sesame-
delicious.
do the people chunks have discernible faces?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so we should get that
So we're
crime scene team to
Yeah.
take photos of every single one.
Oh
of the
yeah,
faces.
okay, yeah, they do that.
Fingerprint the
Well, they've got to
Also,
various limbs.
bring these all to
I
morgue, right?
imagine we're.
Yeah.
We fell into. I'm assuming at least one person's apartment, right?
Yes.
Do I see any like family pictures around that look like any of these bodies?
Oh, God.
So you're walking around
It
with
is-
this picture. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's a valid thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, none
Could have
of
been
these.
having a roof party,
Yeah.
roof
and
party.
then all of a
Everyone's
sudden,
just
like,
let's
And
get
then
naked and make a big
People-
monster.
It goes
people were playing that new fancy game Twister.
Yeah. Things get out of hand in the 70s very quickly.
It was
They're
an
having a
orgy
key-
that went super
So
wrong.
It was a key
Look,
party, but they all
Yeah,
went
you
into
don't
the
use-
bowl.
You don't use key parties. This is what happens.
And now
Okay,
you
so
know, kids.
this doesn't seem
Don't
like
do key parties.
the people who lived in this apartment are probably not the
No,
same
no,
people
you
that-
check though, and it's
Okay.
it's a good instinct to look
They
into.
say making
Thank
the
you.
It
monster of
is.
many
It's
baths.
valid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was only making fun because it's funny. So you? No, you? So what?
Well, because we thought about it rationally, we'd cry. So
Yeah.
So what other things do you guys? They're taking pictures. They've had to call more ambulances because they need more room to
Yeah.
put all these people in.
30 bodies.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Is there like an emergency as soon as the autopsy's done, cremate these things? Order that the black guys have, or is
I mean, I feel like we were incinerating the clacker.
Yeah.
I mean, we were definitely just setting things on fire,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. There was no evidence gathering, just setting things on fire.
Right. On their first case, they dealt with these teeth monsters,
Right.
and which you saw that one. And yeah, they burned them.
okay?
So yeah,
With fire.
Right,
if
these
you
look
were to
like
go,
people, so-
if you were to go to the coroner and say, let's not do an autopsy. maybe we skip right. You know, do you want them to do an autopsy, or do you just like, hey, let's burn
I
this?
think we should autopsy.
At least a couple of them.
At least one.
Obviously, we don't
Save
have
one.
paupers' graves in New York. So.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, I got one thing I'm curious about.
Okay.
I'm going to. I'd like to take a look in their mouths. Do any of them have fillings?
That's a good question. No.
Any
Okay.
rings on any of them?
No. They're all naked.
Right, but also just
So
like
no-
30 people, somebody's got to have a cavity, so.
No.
But it
These are
doesn't
not-
look like there's any inorganic matter
Or
in
they-
this whole mass.
Or they're not from here.
Or they're not from here.
Or there's no inorganic matter.
That's very true.
I'm gonna stick to this point. God damn it,
Okay.
fuckers.
You know, because like when the thing replicates. It can't replicate inorganic matter. That's why none of them have fillings.
Right. No, it does not.
I'm not
have,
being
Listen to John
unreasonable.
Carpenter over here.
it doesn't have any fillings.
You know
and-
John Carpenter's
no.
his whole life.
I know.
But I
there was that
am
whole scare
him
today.
reincarnated, though. That's fact. So.
So, no, there's no rings, no fillings, none of that.
Okay.
I'd like to superheat a paper clip and stick it on one of these bodies to see what happens.
To see.
Let's just go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, we all know that we already all have a lighter.
Fuck it, it's going to be
That
the
is
thing.
true. We all have lighters. I don't know about Mike.
I got a lighter.
All right, so you guys take pictures, you check the mouths, you get an idea.
Yep.
Do they have fingerprints?
No, they don't.
No inorganic matter.
Ooh, a twist.
What a twist.
Is that because they've been crawling on their hands and fingers?
Ooh, and
been
digging.
carrying it out,
Yeah,
tearing
that's
it apart?
Digging.
part of the
That's
problem. You got
Okay.
calluses real quick through digging through stuff.
With your bare fingers.
With your bare fingers.
On a gravel roof, I'm assuming.
Yes. You guys,
Gross. Super gross.
it's super gross.
I have finger things.
I know. Me too. It's gross.
And I forgot about it again, to be honest.
Yeah.
It completely slipped my mind. So you, I imagine that you're going to investigate as well, like look into, like maybe talk to some of the people that live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did anybody see this thing fall from the sky or climb the building? Because how else did it get up on the top?
So you're talking to an older lady who lives in the apartments, and she goes, this morning I heard something on the roof. It sounded like some kind of chanting, and there was an explosion or some kind of noise. It sounded really loud, and I didn't know what happened. And then suddenly, I heard people in the hallway yelling and running. Her name's Mary, and she goes, anyway, that I heard something on the roof, but I just followed everybody down into the street because I was afraid.
Where do you live, Mary?
I live on the third floor, apartment C.
Okay. Thank you for your time and your service. You can go.
Okay. I don't.
Probably don't go inside though.
No, I won't.
Stay at a friend's house.
Thanks.
Get out of here.
You crazy kid.
If there was chanting happening, if it's some sort of ritual, we should probably check all of the apartments to see if there's any kind of like cult or religious material. Because why would they choose this building if they wasn't somebody living here?
Where is this building on the map?
It is right near, like I said, it's in Hell's Kitchen, and it's near the same area that you guys had problems with the clacker. So it's like right between, I think,
That's
my
about where it
eyes
was,
is-
yeah. By
my eyes
by
are
the Jack
fucked.
and all that.
So between 8th Street and 9th by the
8th
Jack.
Avenue and
Okay.
9th Avenue.
Yeah,
Okay.
right there.
Is the Jack where the basement clacker was?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where that was.
Okay. You see, there was a clacker in the basement. That's why I would call it the basement clacker.
So you guys start
What's a clacker?
to, you guys start
It's
to,
a creature
monster.
covered
Oh.
in mouths that clacks its teeth.
yeah,
It's
Ask a silly
disgusting.
question.
yeah.
Have you ever seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just imagine, but just imagine it's all teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human teeth, not like shark
Not like
or monster
goat teeth, not goat or llama teeth.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
or
horrifying.
cat teeth.
So
Camel teeth. Is it?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
not camel.
Okay.
So you guys,
Pacu teeth.
you guys,
Hamster teeth.
everybody's downstairs, and it's a live crime scene.
Yeah.
So if you just want to kind of peek your head into different rooms, I'm sure that's legal. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, we're assessing damage and making sure everyone is safe.
Safe, right. Make sure everyone's out of the building. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're going through, you find that on the second floor, there is a room with a lot of these like small books on things like the occult or witch covens, magical spells, things like that. Now most of it you guys know.
Like timeless books?
Kind of, yeah. Most of it's crap.
Like zoo books.
Most of it's crap. Most of it's like 60s hippie kind of stuff. But there's a couple of
Mad
books.
Arab book. Ugh.
There's a couple of books in there that look more authentic, that are kind of a little bit older, possibly capable of having some sort of spells in them. You'd have to take time and read
Bound in
through
human
them.
flesh.
No, nothing like that. They're
Not
just
that authentic.
Just old.
they're not. Yeah, they're just old. Doesn't necessarily mean they're, what would that be?
Necronomicon.
Fleshback instead of paperback.
Oh, ew.
I just
Well, Fleshback is my favorite band.
I want to be, I want to be accurate.
Fleshbound.
So
Yeah.
you find this in there, and yeah.
What
to-
apartment is this?
Yeah.
This is
Is
on the
it
second
3C?
floor. No, it's not 3C.
Okay.
It's 2B
Or
or
possibly.
So it's not 2B?
the second
I put it down and then you went, oh, I'll pick this up.
the second I said it, I'm like, fuck. I should have said C.
We think
We
we're
can-
funny.
We still could have done the same joke.
I know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
2C or not 2C?
So do we know who lives in 2B?
You'll have to find out. You'll have to go down and talk.
Find out next time on.
Are there any photos?
No, there are no photos at all, which is
There's
kind of
no
weird.
photos at all.
Yeah, there's no pictures of anybody here.
Any mail?
There are some letters.
Who are they addressed to?
Rick Simpson.
There we go.
Rick Simpson.
So-
Apartment 2B.
All right,
All right. Rick.
Rick. So
Simpson, eh?
how do you guys want to? How do you guys want
Springfield,
to?
eh?
How do you guys want to follow up on this? What are you going to do?
Well,
We think we need to go research, right?
yeah, I mean, definitely take some of these books.
Okay, so you take the books.
Active crime scene.
Okay.
Evidence.
Evidence.
All right. So you guys take some of these books.
Like the real looking stuff.
Right, obviously.
Yeah.
When you go back downstairs, you notice that there's a lot of people waiting to get back in.
Is Mary still there?
Yeah, Mary's waiting there.
I'd like to talk to Mary. Mary?
Yes.
Do you know your neighbor, Rick Simpson?
No.
No. 2B?
I don't know who lives in 2B. I don't come outside very often.
Do you know anybody in your building, Mary?
Well, I used to, but a lot of them have passed away.
Do you know anyone who's still alive in your building, Mary?
She goes, well, I know Jack is on the second floor. He's in 2A. He might be able to help you. He's right over there. And
All right.
you see this, like, guy in his, like, maybe he's like 25.
Huh?
Younger guy.
Hey, Mary. I see what you're doing. Get out of here.
We're done with this guy.
On to NPC number 3.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Go
Jack.
ahead. Yeah.
Jack?
Yeah, Jack.
2A?
Is this going to be all day? What do you need?
Hey, you rhymed it. Very nice.
What do you need?
Shauna, maybe you need to take this. I don't feel so good all of a sudden.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, Mike, maybe you should take this one.
I'm like, Jack.
Forgot
Alright.
she's not good at the interviews.
Okay. So Jack, do you have a last
Twirling
name?
your gun.
You guys have gone off the rails. Pull it back.
No,
All
I
right.
can. We can interview him.
Yeah.
Should we go interview this guy?
All right. So,
All right, Jack. You got a last name?
let's say Williams.
right.
Jack Williams. What the hell?
Yeah, that was just a. Anyway, so have any unusual things happened before today? Any trouble with your neighbors? Strange noises? Weird things happening?
I mean, I'm the only person living on this, the upstairs neighbors. I don't have people living next to me.
You mean in 2B?
And there's nobody in there.
I see. You're not lying to me, are you? And I stare him down. Are you lying to me, punk?
Starts to like get kind of nervous, and he's like, "No, I don't have any reason to lie to you."
So apartment 2B's empty. That's your story.
It's my story because it's the truth. There's nobody in there.
So you don't have an illegal squatter next to you?
Maybe I do. I don't know. How would I know if I didn't hear anything?
Okay, is he telling me the truth, or should I roll to see if he's telling me the truth? Or...
You feel like he's telling you the truth, but you do notice that there is another guy, maybe like 5 or 6 feet away, kind of edging towards the crowd, towards the edge of the crowd, edging towards the edge of the crowd.
Yep.
His name's Joel Edgerton.
His name's Joel Edgerton, and.
His main hobbies include edging.
Because you're being relatively, you're being relatively obvious about intimidating this guy,
Yeah.
and you kind of pick up on this person.
All right.
Look, I don't know if anybody was living there.
Do you recognize
I just
that
don't.
guy?
And he looks over, and the guy, if you could imagine a 1970s Sting of some musical, right? And the guy just fucking takes off.
Shit.
Like just runs. It's like, no, I'm not.
I take off after him.
That's our bunny. So we
Okay.
run. Luckily, we're all terrible at running.
Yeah,
Richie, we'll meet you back at the
Hey,
two-
can you replay?
No,
the intro?
no.
Just to show how great
You
these
don't-
characters are at
you
running.
I don't think we need it.
Yeah, I think
I don't think we need
You
it.
don't need to. It's nothing to worry Bolt about. We're fine.
We'll meet you back at the station.
Don't stab him with a pen. It's pencil.
You're saying I can't run with you guys with
Well,
my
you were gonna-
fucked up hand?
And your
up to you.
pain medication.
That is true. I probably.
I think you should get in behind the wheel of a car.
I'll get the car.
Oh, don't get the car.
All right.
All right, so we're chasing.
All right. So.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Can you dig it?
All right. So you guys. He runs into the alleyway. And let's see, what kind of do you guys have? Anybody have athletics or you have
I
athletics?
have
Cool.
physical.
Okay, let's we'll first start with your athletics.
I got physical.
I'm gonna roll against his, and then we'll see because you're trying to overcome.
Yep.
I think.
Trying to chase. Unless we want to set it up as like a contest, but that's
I think overcome works.
fair enough.
What do you get?
I got a 2
Okay.
right now.
Right now.
Oh.
Nice. I've got a 3. He's pulling a little away from you, unless you want to
Well, that
spin something.
that's ridiculous. I am a headline chasing hero cop, so I should be totally able to catch this guy.
okay.
Nice.
So,
So I'm gonna add +2, so that'll get me up to a 4.
all right. So you start pulling ahead. You start thinking about all the cameras that are going to show up probably pretty soon, and he's running. How do you start to overtake him? How do you deal with it? You're running.
I think
right behind.
I totally do a tackle and go into a bunch of garbage cans. Right? I mean, isn't that that's
Yeah.
That sounds right.
That's pretty.
And there's a
classic.
cat sound. You don't see the cat, you just hear the cat.
There's always cats in trash cans.
There's always
in New York.
And so
Just pulling fish bones out of the
Yep.
so you hit this guy, and he's like, "No, man, you can't do this to me. This is crazy. Leave me alone. What are you doing?" And they're fighting.
Well.
You just stop in front of him, start saying, well. Are you going to help subdue him, or are you going to put cuffs on him?
Yeah, I'll cuff him.
Okay.
Play the
So he's cuffed,
spinning cuffs.
spinning my cuff.
and he's like, he looks real nervous, like he's obviously on something.
What'd you take today?
I haven't talked to you. I haven't talked to you at all. You don't have. Why'd you run after me? I was just walking away. There's no reason to chase me.
Hey, Rick.
Who?
He doesn't respond to Rick.
He does, but
He's
he
like,
says who. His eyes move towards you, and then he goes, who?
Oh, okay.
That's not my name.
I didn't
Saying
do
if
nothing.
I knew what you took, might be able to prevent you from going into withdrawal here in a few minutes.
I don't think I think I took enough to not go into withdrawal right now.
Oh, for the next couple days?
No, I didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, we'll have to sort all that down at lockup.
What do you know about this thing on your roof, Rick?
It was an accident, man. I didn't mean for it to happen.
An accident?
Okay, I just wanted to see if any of this works, and
What worked?
I'm gonna pat him down. Does he have like a book on him or anything like that, or?
he doesn't have a book on him, but he does have like a small pharmacy in his and he's kind of free. That's the great thing about this new table we have. You could literally do coke from one side all the way around to the other.
Mega lines.
It's like a mega line.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Caroline.
true. But this has
Then it would be on camera.
this has a path that you can follow.
That's going in the ad.
Yeah, exactly. It's
If you guys like doing coke on stream, Carolina Game Table is for you.
Lines for days.
Order our new mirror inlay.
I'd like to point out that it was not me that started this,
True.
but I
You were thinking about it.
I went with it. Willing
And
accomplice.
it's like I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt. I read something and I thought maybe I could make it work, and
Look,
Make what work? What did you read?
yeah, I mean, I like reading too. Sometimes
Reading?
you're not sure what you're getting, so want to tell me what you were reading?
it was just it's this book of old, like, it's supposed to be spells, and if you read the book and you get the things, and you,
What are the things?
well, it's real
Like-
weird. I had to find like one of the things was a body part, and I couldn't find one of those. Those are hard to find, so I had to take one, but I didn't
Take it from where?
a neighbor. I didn't mean to hurt him. He was, I just really wanted to try this thing that I found. And
So you found the book.
Well, I mean, I bought the book, but I mean, found the spell when I read through it.
Okay. You still got the book?
Look, I've talked to you enough.
Well, I mean,
No, you
I
haven't.
figure you left, and maybe you left it back there. You might want it. You did buy it.
Which of your neighbors did you hurt?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, let's continue this conversation down the precinct.
Let's get him into the
Okay, so you-
interrogation room and start sweating him.
All right. So you guys, get him down there, put him in a room, let him stew for a while, and
Turn the heat up nice
while
and high.
this is happening,
Or the air on.
We've confiscated some books, right? So I'd like to, take this time to go over, see if there's any pages that are dog-eared or
Yeah.
obviously
I'll
the books
share,
are cracked to this to
Yeah.
a certain.
Right.
I'll share with Richie that one of the components of the spell is a body part. Maybe that can help
so
us
you start
narrow it
looking
down.
through the
Yeah.
book.
I'm going to talk with the landlord or get a list of the tenants and just go through the list and see if anybody's missing or if anybody got hurt.
Okay.
Well, they're looking at the magic tomes, looking for spells
Right.
and
Why
body
they're doing
parts.
that stuff?
I mean, I'm definitely reading all these spells out loud.
Okay.
Well,
Make sure you get
Klaatu Barada
So
Does it say necktie?
necktie.
I said your words, sorta. You talk with the landlord. She lives on the first floor, 1A. Like most of them, like most of the landlords.
Shittiest apartments.
Yeah.
But
Just
they don't have to pay for them, so.
so why not? She goes. She starts looking at all the people that are on the floor. She goes. I don't see. I don't see Juan down here. And you think to yourself, wait a minute.
Was that the first guy?
Yeah, that's the first guy. I don't see Juan anywhere.
Well, do they, I guess, I go over the sheet or go get the photo out and just, is this Juan? And
Yeah, that's him.
okay.
So
Cool.
there's no one.
Quiet. Just quiet. Silence. So yeah, it's him.
Okay.
And you know that they called it in, and the examiner, that was the first reason why they came here, and then they found the thing on the top
Does
of
he
the
have
roof.
fingerprints?
He does.
Okay.
He's
it's not just
also
like a book.
missing. He's missing a hand, and it looks like the coroner tells you it looks like he just bled out, and then the guy dumped the body in the alleyway.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So it's not like the bodies are all a big mixture of wand.
No.
It's not a big wad of wand.
No.
Okay.
Stop.
I'm trying to workshop this.
Yeah, I know. Stop. All right. So you find out this information.
More than one.
You go to stop. You go to the precinct.
No clapping.
And you sweat this guy for a while before
Yeah.
you go in there. And finally, you feel like he's ready.
What did you find out in the books?
What did I find in the books?
Yeah.
Most of the books are English reprints of an old occult book that is. It's like the tome of Escon or something like that. It's very rare. The book was banned by the church in the 1600s, and they got rid of a lot of the copies. But then there was an English version and a German version that came out. But
What
they
was
were.
the original language?
The original language was Latin, and when it first came out in the 1400s, and the book basically was considered like an anti-Catholic an anti-Catholic like magic book, and some of the people point to it as the reason for the split in the church, or leading up to it. One of the reasons, because of the corruption of the church. Anyway, the book itself was supposed to be burned, and they got rid of all the copies, but then suddenly 2 versions of it popped up. And the 2 versions popped up, German and English. He has the English version. And because you guys have such high lore and you were able, I'm not going to make you roll for this, you find out that the book isn't a perfect copy. There's missing parts. The spells aren't complete. There are things wrong. And so you theorize that it's very possible that this guy just said the wrong string of words.
But what was the spell he was trying to do?
He was summoning some interdimensional creature that is supposed to dig through the earth, dig through matter. From what he says, he was just trying the spell out. So you're not sure if he had a purpose yet. You haven't talked to him enough. But the creature is this strange mass of flesh.
But why? Why would someone want that?
Well, if you'd like to talk with him some more, or why would they put that in a book in the first place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think WIKI is an idiot and was just trying to get something. He was experimenting.
Fucking around with something he shouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it was cool enough that he could kill his neighbor.
Or high enough.
Yeah.
Definitely high enough.
Don't do cocaine.
Don't do lots of cocaine. Do the right amount
Don't do
of
a
cocaine.
Carolina Games table worth of cocaine. I'm sorry. Love you guys. This table's amazing.
If we are being fair, every table is a cocaine table. If we're being fair.
It's true.
All right.
If you're from the 80s enough.
Look,
Which we're about to
we're going to get this movie made
No matter what.
tonight.
So
Giant flesh monster. It's going to be great. It's gonna be huge.
that's hard to say. I mean, why would anybody write? What's the purpose of this creature
Right.
on this particular? Like, why would someone want to summon this creature?
Right.
That's going to be something you're going to have to research and take time to do. That you're not going to get answered right this second, because there's, like I said, you can talk to him some more and maybe figure out, he might have some information even though he's an idiot.
Right. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I've been researching why there was a sea monster underneath
Right.
the pier.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Those
would they
questions are what lead to mental breakdown.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, what I have to do, to be honest with you, is between now and next game, think about what, how that would work and what the consequence would be, and at least give you some idea of what the repercussions would be before I slam you with it, because I want you to have a clear idea of what you're getting into.
Okay.
Because you might go, ooh, it's not worth that. It's not worth that step. So this guy's in there, and at this point it's been a few hours, and the cocaine high has started to dissipate quite a bit, and he's jittery. Can I get a soda, or
Yeah.
something to? Are you holding?
Sorry?
Do you have?
No, I
You
just
sniff.
I just have allergies.
Really? Look, I told you everything
with a tab.
I could. You give him a tab.
Not even a Coke.
It's the worst shit in the world. My mother used to drink that shit. Oh.
Some Afri-Cola.
So he
Shasta.
starts to drink it. Wow, talk about the Russian
70s.
memories. Tab. All right, so
Buy tab today.
yeah. So what do you guys want to ask this guy?
Well, I'd like to get a confession of him killing his, killing his neighbor. First off, just,
Okay, that's
Let's get the police work out of the way.
yeah.
that's relatively
This
easy.
nitty.
Once you show him the picture of the guy and the fact that he's coming off a cocaine high, a couple of times he says, I'd like to speak to a lawyer. Do you guys allow him to do that, or do you do the 70s thing and the 70s cop thing and just kind of...
Well, I will never say that he can't have a lawyer.
Okay.
But I'll certainly say that, getting a lawyer here, that complicates things.
Okay.
Right? That's
But
that whole ploy.
I saw it in a show that you have to
Yeah,
ask
but lawyers
for...
don't actually help, right? I mean, they're. Have you ever had a lawyer help you?
Do you know how expensive lawyers
So
are?
messed up.
Do you know how many bags of cocaine?
See, if we get a lawyer,
Lawyer
in here,
costs.
then he's going to start telling you what to say,
But
and you can't explain yourself. That's what I just want to help you, man.
Shauna gets up and she's like, I'll go call a lawyer.
What? Do you have a compel you're taking to...
No, I'll go call the, what's the...
take a long time for him to get
Prosecutor.
there.
yeah,
defender?
Yeah, public
defender.
defender, thank you, yeah.
So now
This guy named
that
Clyde. He doesn't.
you only have a short amount of time,
Right.
maybe 5 or 6 hours before a
Yeah,
public
before they
defender
get here.
show up.
So we really got to put the screws to him quickly.
Why she's out of the room.
Right. So yeah, I would like to roll to try to get the confession out of him.
Okay,
So,
absolutely.
I'm gonna try to provoke him into it.
Okay.
Just sort of.
Are you using your stunt at all, or do
Well,
you...
that just gets me aspects from him.
Right.
It's basically I could read him. I'd like to save that for later when we find what's his whole deal.
Okay.
This is more just I'm trying to provoke him into confessing.
Can I
I'm-
help him?
Like
Aid.
aid.
Yeah, you could just give me a +1, or you could
Yeah, you
or
can
you
do
could
that.
roll to create an aspect, and then I could tag it.
I'm gonna give you a +1.
All right.
So let's because he's on the downward spiral. We'll say a 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
So-
Not a.
Nothing. Just like fate dice are supposed to do. So I've got a 3 on my provoke, but I've got a +1, so that'll get me a 4.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you pressure him. You show him the picture.
Yeah.
You do the whole intimidate thing, right?
Yeah. Well, I lay him on heavy, Just yeah.
Okay, cool. And finally he cracks and he's like, I did it all right. I needed a body, a hand. It said I needed a hand to be able to call this thing into existence.
But who wanted you to do this? Who gave you the book?
Some older woman, Korean woman.
Where'd you meet her? What's her name?
I don't remember her name.
Maybe it's her fault.
Yeah, it could be her fault, couldn't it?
Oh, what ethnicity was Mary?
Mary was Caucasian.
Good question, though.
No, it was some Korean woman in her 50s. Yeah,
No, I don't know.
She said that I should try out some of the spells to see if they work, and that if I could get a spell to work, she'd provide me with more stuff.
So she's your provider?
She gave me some stuff, but it was pretty good.
Where is she?
Is he talking about cocaine, or is he talking about occult books?
Cocaine.
Okay.
She said I had a gift and I should use it. I was good in school for a while.
Where did you meet this lady?
She runs the little store store at the end of the block. I've known her for a while. She's been there for a while.
Okay.
Did the landlord know about this guy in 2B, or was that?
No. He'd been squatting up there,
Okay.
and the landlord's not the most
Gotcha.
there person.
All right. So do we go head to Little Groceries, the bodega on the corner?
Yeah. Well, is there anything else that we can get from him?
I don't know. Maybe.
Can I go now? I told you the truth, and
Yep.
Yeah, you just stay here, though, buddy. We'll wait for your lawyer.
Yep.
okay.
They're on their way. Here's
All right.
another tab while you wait.
These are wonderful.
He rips the whole top off of the hook.
Yeah, it's a pull tab.
This is what I feel about Tab.
God, he
then
killed
he's-
himself.
Then he starts yelling in Latin. Then flesh monsters.
Flesh monsters. So, yeah, you guys want to go to the store?
I mean, it seems like the obvious place to go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, does it though? Because I mean, we've solved the case, right? He's murdered his neighbor.
He has, but he's been provided.
Why did that woman want him to start doing these?
You gotta dig
spells?
deeper, Mike.
Okay.
If you don't keep
You
asking
can't just
why,
be a hero cop.
You have to ask
For the
why.
TV.
Why? Why? Why?
Why are you still saying
Why?
why?
Until you just lose your mind. That's how black bag detectives
Yeah.
work.
Yes.
Okay.
It's up to you.
This is what leads to day drinking.
Right.
Speaking of,
We all did have a beer at 10 a.m.
Yes,
so.
you did. So, do you guys want to go to the store, or do
the other string that I'd like to pull at some point, it doesn't have to be in this session, is possibly following your roommate,
Oh, yeah.
because there'd be something up with that too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was actually going to ask if there was anything in the book that this guy was using that's
I thought
like
she's
writing
just a
or
weirdo.
symbols looked
Who eats-
similar to like what was
Right,
in her
no.
script that one
But
But
time.
I
They
saw
were
a big
different.
flesh
They're
monster,
different.
and I think that has changed my mind on what maybe she is. Maybe there's something more to that whole roommate thing.
Yeah.
okay?
You'll learn to immediately suspect the most horrific.
horrific thing there is.
I'm getting to understand that.
So,
Also, my hand smells.
Kind of like bacon.
which now you know your mom likes. Bacon.
Aw, poor Richie.
I have to take another mental stress.
So, yeah.
Fuck you, Herbert, for ruining bacon for me.
So I have two close friends, one who keeps kosher and one who does not. And during Passover one year, my one friend comes over and he's got just a box of crackers, just the regular, just flat, horrible crackers that are tasteless. And then my other friend shows up with a bacon double cheeseburger.
Sure.
Yeah. And it was funny to watch just the hate out of one of their eyes.
Wait. Why was your kosher friend?
Chilling with a bag of saltines.
Just a bag. He just had. That's what he had. He brought this like box of like crackers. I have no fucking.
I don't
clue
think
why.
that's a kosher thing. That's just a that's a
bad decision.
that's a
But
bad
no,
decision.
he was kosher though. He
Yeah.
was kosher. But it was just funny to watch. Like,
I thought your friend who didn't keep kosher was going to trick your friend into eating bacon.
no,
Oh no, that would be
fucked up.
horrible.
But it was pretty bad to make for some, like, hey, look,
Hell yeah.
yeah. But it was
Okay.
good.
So yeah, do we want to pursue the roommate or do we want to pursue the
Well, a roommate's always going to be there.
Well, yeah.
until she turns into a fish, summons a void, and
Yeah.
destroys the world?
Well, I mean, we could go at least
It's not even opening night yet, so.
Yeah.
It's true. We haven't gotten tickets.
We do have to get tickets.
Yeah.
First thing.
I mean, we could just at least walk by the store, right?
Yeah. Well, also, if she's his supplier, right, she's dealing drugs, and that's something we could put a stop to. So,
Correct.
Okay.
at a very minimum.
So you guys drive by, and as you drive up and you see, it's one of those open market, like little bodegas, whatever. And
There's a cat in the window.
Staring at us.
you're looking at the woman behind the counter, and she looks really familiar. Super familiar.
To me?
No, to these guys.
Okay.
Was there a Korean woman that we were supposed to remember?
I don't know. I had all my notes on my other character sheet.
Did you have it on your cheat sheet that? No.
I went on my honeymoon and
Remember the
Your brain
woman.
went.
Remember the woman that, and we'll say you remember because his brain is
Yeah.
that way.
He got
Remember
electrocuted. It's okay.
Remember the woman that
Bacon hand.
you picked up at the burned out apartment in the first episode with the clackers, and you had to like take her to the hospital because
Oh yeah.
it's her.
Oh. She seemed very normal and
Yes, she did.
conspicuous
Absolutely.
when we talked to her
Yeah,
the first
she did.
time.
Yeah.
Richie. That's the woman that we had to save from the clacker.
Now to clear up, in case you guys haven't seen it, in the first or don't remember, in the first episode, there was a cult that was they were finding people that were special, which is the same words that he said that he was special, to turn them into these monsters that were the chosen ones. And they found this woman, her husband had died recently, and they found this woman at one of the burned out apartment buildings. And then they were chased.
right.
Like, you guys didn't have much time. You didn't really get to know her too well. And in the course of it, she was injured, and they had to take her to the hospital. So that's a quick recap of where she's from. So, do you guys want to? Do you guys want to? You're just cruel. You're talking about me being cruel. Do you?
She has bacon hands.
Do you want to talk to her, or
Yeah. Do I think she'll remember me?
I
she
mean,
might?
Do I
It was a
remember?
pretty-
do we
it
know
was a-
her name? Do we remember her name?
You don't.
pretty
remember.
horrific experience that happened
Yeah.
only months ago.
Yeah.
So I would assume
I'll
she
just
remembers.
casually walk in and see if she recognizes me.
Okay, 1 second. Let me
Roll for casual.
roll for casual.
Roll for cool, Shauna.
Your dice burst into flames. Wonder what that means.
So cool.
Exactly. Her name. Okay. Yeah, you don't remember what her name is. So, but when you walk up, she does recognize. She goes, "Oh, hi. How are you? How have you been?
Well, you.
Do you guys
You
like
look-
something to drink? It's very hot out.
It
There's
is
some
very
waters
hot
or-
out.
Can I help you? Why are you in the what's going on?
Well, we're actually just investigating a crime that took place nearby, and
That's shocking.
wanted to just stop in the
They were
store real
investigating it?
quick.
Where the
That-
crime is happening.
Happens a lot around here.
How have you been? Any other sort of strange occurrences? I know we didn't meet under the best of circumstances
Nope,
last time.
nothing odd, nothing weird.
So it's been pretty normal around here, huh?
Ever since you guys dealt with those things, yeah, it's been pretty normal.
We're investigating a gentleman who was squatting in a nearby apartment complex.
That's happens all over the place now.
Heavily into drugs.
Yeah.
Said that he comes around this corner. Have you seen anybody that might fit?
I see drug users and dealers every single day. So,
I guess that's true.
yeah. It's kind of like saying, have you seen a guy that's this tall, that's,
Have you?
Yes, yes.
I'm just joking.
Can I get you guys something to drink? Are you sure? You want water?
Are there any sort of like weird books or weird occult paraphernalia or anything like that?
None that you can see, no. Nothing that pops out, no.
Okay. I'm going to try to get a quick read of her. Is there anything that I notice, like physically, right? Like the weird neck thing or the weird, there's all sorts of...
You don't really need to roll for this. No. There's
Okay.
nothing there's nothing that a roll would,
Okay.
everything looks normal.
Okay.
Yeah. And she goes, no, what happened? Like, I mean...
It was a violent crime, unfortunately. So...
This neighborhood's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, said something.
Was that the sound I heard not long ago?
You heard something?
Yeah, I heard a crash or an explosion or something this morning.
Yeah, that was related. That happened in the same building.
Oh.
Have you ever been
Is
over
everyone okay?
near that building, or know anybody who lives
Well,
over there?
I mean, I don't know anybody that lives over there. I mean, I've driven by it before.
Sure. I mean, I imagine you live around here, right? Since this is your shop.
Yeah, I live nearby.
So, yeah, hopefully you didn't know anybody in that building. Like I said, it was a violent crime, so.
Well, I wish I could help you, but no, I don't.
All right, yeah. Well, if you hear anybody walking around talking about how special they are,
Okay.
give me a call maybe.
Does that mean they're like mentally
She doesn't seem to.
off? No, she doesn't.
Have any
she doesn't
sort of-
read. She's not. She's not responding to bait.
Okay.
Like she does.
Can
You say
I-
stuff and she's like just
Stone cold.
stone cold.
Can I try to make a rapport check with her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, since we saved her. So that's
That's
nothing.
a zip.
So that's a +2.
Yeah,
Rapport.
she's not
Can
gonna really-
I use a bond of we want answers and we will get them?
Sure.
Okay. So that's a 4 +4.
Okay. Okay, how do you want to, what kind of
Let's see. You
what kind of
know,
rapport do you have with her? How do you
Yeah.
use that to your advantage?
so since the last time we met, it was under like sort of supernatural circumstances.
Right.
Like there was clearly like a creature or something like that.
Right.
I want to try to make it that like there could be some
Another
sort of
creature.
another creature, and like, obviously she's dealt with that before, and so we have kind of a little
Okay.
understanding about
She
that.
goes, another creature. Fascinating. Where did this happen?
Just down the street, not too far from here, actually.
What was the creature?
We're still trying to figure it out. Do you know anything about that kind of thing? I mean, we're looking for people who might have.
I don't
heard
know
of-
anything about it, but I mean, if you just leave me your number, I can call you if something comes to mind, and maybe you could tell me more about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be great. That could be really helpful. Could really help
Okay.
our case out.
So you give her the number. Is there any other questions you guys want to ask?
No, I'm
Well,
gonna
unless we
stake
want to
her out.
go real hard. I don't think we...
Yeah.
No, I think we should maybe follow her later.
Okay. This is actually a good place to stop. This is a good place to stop. So thank you guys very much for watching. Next week, Terry is back with us, and we will pick up where we left off. Just a quick recap. We will. Basically, the woman that they're talking to was in episode 1, and she was the victim of the first.
In the alley.
In the alley, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. They don't know yet, so they're going to next week
Was she the one that we
follow
drove
along.
around in the car with?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
On the sidewalks?
On the sidewalks.
On the sidewalks, because we had to get her in the car.
So thank you guys very much for watching tonight. Just real quick, check out if you check out the Patreon for Saving Throw. It's a great way to, there's different levels and there's cool things that come up through it. And it's definitely worth, the subscription to that. We always appreciate your resubs, your retweets, your follows. All of that really helps when you talk to people on Twitter, tell them about us. The more that we can let people know and help keep the lights on, that's always a great thing. For me personally right now, Plate Mail Games, if you've never tried any of my audio, I've made a free pack of of audio. You can get 2 fantasy tracks, 2 horror tracks, and 2 sci-fi tracks that you can try in your game for free. And they're not like, half or whatever. They're the full 10-minute long tracks for you to try out.
Nice.
So that's what we're doing right now at Plate Mail Games. And then you can follow, me at Plate Mail Games on Twitter. Anything going on with Loot Crate right now? Anything cool going on? Especially stuff that's tied into Saving Throw, because I know Saving Throw has a good deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you're interested in trying Loot Gaming, which is the crates that I work on, we have an awesome crate for sale right now. I can't tell you what's in it. Obviously, it's a mystery. But the theme is Boss Battle, and it has some nice retro items in it. Including a figure that is super dope. I think we might have revealed it, but I'm not going to say just in case we didn't.
Just in case, yeah.
Just in case we didn't. But
Damn it,
if you
Ben, we had an NDA.
But if you go to lootcrate.com/savingthrow and look up the Loot Gaming there, check out, if you put in Saving Throw in the discount code, you'll save, I think, 10%. So basically sales tax and shipping. You'll save on that, and we'll get a little something here. And we're still selling our Destiny 2 crate, though we're almost sold out on that, and that's a one-time only. So if you're into Destiny 2, which there's a huge patch coming soon that'll make Destiny 2 worthwhile again. But that one is also going to be super great. I'm really excited about the stuff that we're putting together for that crate. And all that is lootcrate.com/savingthrow.
Cool. Anything going on that you want to push, or not really? Not
No.
really. That's like,
But
cool.
you can follow me on Instagram or on Twitter at Kelsey Kelsum. My Twitter is going to be a little bit more political. My Instagram is going to be a little more fun. So make your choice.
Or choose both, and just,
Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Why
like to
not
see a
both?
political Instagram that you do. Well, I guess you could. You could.
Yeah, they're mostly
so
just
good.
my T-shirts
Right.
Yeah.
or anti-gentrification
Right.
propaganda.
Yeah.
You know.
Propaganda. Don't call the stuff that you push propaganda.
Yeah. I'm doing propaganda to stop people from kicking people out of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Nothing really much going on. If
Nothing
you want to
going-
follow me on Twitter, it's at MC_Ellis.
cool. Thank you very much for joining us, by the way,
Well,
and
yeah,
we
it's a lot of fun.
appreciate having you on. And so
Crazy
tomorrow night is Iron Keep, which is with the wonderful Tom Lommel running the game and his crew. So definitely check that out. And we did make fun of doing coke on this table, but I have to say, because it is a 70s show, and in the 70s there was a lot of table Coke. But this table is pretty awesome. So it is, it's a pretty cool table. So
I wish you could see the inside of this. The
it's
rolling
nice.
spaces.
It's very nice, and
Really nice.
they also it's Carolina game tables, and it they have other besides this is the streaming table, but they have other tables that you should definitely check out in furniture because it's pretty cool. I'm more envious than anything else because my table's from IKEA, and that's just the way it is. So thank you very much for joining us. I hope you join us next week, and you can find me on Discord as well if you have questions, complaints, like hey, what the fuck. Let me know.
We don't know.
And we don't know.
Okay.
And thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.